The Oklahoma City Thunder came, they saw, and they just sent the Los Angeles Lakers to Cancun. Yeah, chill. The brooms is out. And they brought the big broom. These might not even been the big brooms. These might have been the little brooms. Hey, you know the little dust brooms that you just hold with one hand? It might have been those. Either way it goes, the brooms are in effect. The Lakers are done. They lost in 4 games to Oklahoma City. This isn't really all that surprising, but it's the Lakers and it's the Thunder, 2 glaring teams, the best team in the NBA, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and one of the most promising or prominent franchises in the NBA, the Los Angeles Lakers. We'll talk about this series, more so game 4, but this more so leads us into a further conversation, Penn, about what's going to happen this offseason with the Lakers and what next round really looks like for OKC. We'll get into all of that. Also, we have a 2-2 series tonight. We got to talk about that. And chill, am I forgetting something?
Yes, you are. Yes,
what am I forgetting?
Talk to me nice, Ron. That's all I'm going to say. Talk to me nice today.
Hey, chill. I think there's some people that may have to come up here and apologize to you today. Maybe myself included, but we'll see about that. Donovan Mitchell had a historic second half last night, and that series is also tied 2-2. We got to talk about that. But I'm going to go ahead and usher this. What's up?
Why was it historic? Tell him. Let the people know why it was historic.
Yeah, don't just leave it right there, Penn. Right.
He scored the most points in a half in playoff history. Well, tied. But
you know who he tied?
Sleepy Floyd, baby.
Warriors legend.
Yeah, well, we'll get into that. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and usher this conversation in by way of a super chat from Tupac Westside. My man Tupac Westside said, "Morning, fellas. The loss sucks, but I'm optimistic about the offseason. Glad we went out fighting, and I'm glad AR picked things up despite the turnovers. Good that Luka gets more rest too. Props to JJ Redick."
Props to JJ Redick. Yeah. James is such a polarizing figure that it's difficult when you build in a roster to not factor him in as a main cog in it. And the Lakers, they need to get younger. That's where we live today. We live in a young, athletic league where guys not just shoot the long ball, but they get up and down the floor. And because James is still so good, I think he led the league in transition points. He's still so good that it's difficult to build a roster of young guys around that because he's still so good. What he reminds me of, Penn, and I've always said this, is he reminds me of when you bring Terrell Owens into your training camp and your wide receiver, as awesome as he is, like you start looking at your wide receiver like maybe we should be starting this dude, even though this dude is the guy and you should definitely stick with him. And James, if the Lakers are going to get better and the Lakers are going to get more modernized, one of two things have to happen. One, they got to move on from one, they got to get younger. And two, I think they're going to have to move on from James, even though he's still damn good. He's still an awesome player. Arguably the best transition player in the game. Still a damn good one-on-one player. Still score with the best of them. He just can't do it every night like he used to. But when the playoffs come, he's shown that, I can still hold up. But I think that this series here showed that whatever we were trying to do, we're not close. Like running up on the defending NBA champs, that's what it looks like. And we're not close to that. Like we could probably win a playoff series, sure. But the staple of what the Lakers are, we're not that. We actually are just a good team that's competing in the playoffs. We're not championship ready yet.
Nah, I don't know if that was I'm pretty sure everybody up there knew like this is where the road ends. You know what I mean? Like once they come across a team like Oklahoma City who is just far superior than them. You know what I mean? Especially without Luka Doncic. Like with Luka, they probably lose in 6. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully to the Lakers, like they probably losing 6, but they were outgunned, outmatched all the way around. Like LeBron
with Luka,
James.
Ox, quick question for you, Ox. With Luka, do they beat them in 6? Do they handle them in 6, or do they serve them in 5?
The Lakers lose in 6. Like I don't know how it looks but they don't beat OKC is what I'm saying. Like this isn't. I don't think this is a championship level roster, to your point, but I don't know. I mean, where do you get better than Bron? You know what I'm saying? Like that's my only question, because I just hear everybody. You know, I hear so many different things. Even I heard they were talking about it, like speculating yesterday. And Dwayne Wade's like, you know, he's not the type to like take a discount. We all know that Bron wants all the Bron wants all the money. But my only thing, Chill, is just like, okay, so what do you do? How do we get better than Bron? Are we supposed to just go get a bunch of pieces that you know, added together? Bron's still better than Austin Reaves
today.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to assume he's going to be better than Austin next year.
Even older, at 42 years old, like Ox, in December of this year, he's going to turn 42. He's still better than this dude.
I understand, Chill. I understand crazy. All of that. I think Bron probably. I mean, why would I not assume that? You know what I mean? Like, he's still, to me, he's still a clearly better player than Austin Reaves. This isn't a knock to Austin Reaves. You know what I'm saying? But Bron, like we talked about it, I think Bron kind of coasted into the season, you know, just to make sure he could stick around. I mean, we talked about it before, you know, it's my theory that there's a lot of players that could play until they're like 45. Shit, some of them could play to 46, 47 if it wasn't an 82-game season. You know what I'm saying? If the NBA was a 45 game season, dudes will play well into their 40s. Mm-hmm. So I think Bron just kind of, you know, dialing it back a little bit is allowing him to still play at this high level into the playoffs. I mean, they played 7. This was the 11th game into the playoffs, and I think he was still playing at a super high level. Yeah, that's my only question, Chill. I don't know what to do. Clearly, it's not my job to know what to do. I just don't know how do you get better than Bron this next season, 26-27 season. What's out there that's better than Bron?
I don't think that there is anything, to be honest with you. I mean, especially come playoff time, if he's going to play like this, and I know that he's going to be a year older, and I don't think injuries slowed him down this year, because I thought they did a good job in managing him. Like they talked about him sitting out because he had a foot injury. He didn't have a foot injury. He was just old. That's all that is. He was all right. They just sat him down because they're resting him, to your point about coasting. But if we're talking about just playing up to the standard of one of the better players in the game, player for player, he's still one of the best players in the game at 41 years old. Still. He's still awesome. But here's the problem, though, Ox. The problem is are we a championship caliber team, and are we catering what we're doing around him still? Because he's not one of these dudes that's just fitting into what we're doing, Ox.
Well, and he shouldn't. Why would he? He's not a role player. He's not a regular dude. He's still a star in this NBA. He's still a star in the NBA today. So the issue was that where's Luka Doncic? Like, so I just said that they're losing 6, right? But who knows? We'll never know if Luka's not available. You know what I mean? So this goes back to Nico. This is a Luka Doncic issue.
Yeah,
this is a Luka issue. The Lakers did what they were supposed to do. Everybody else did what they were supposed to do, except for Luka Doncic.
He was hurt.
I understand that, Penn. I know that. I'm saying, like, it's the same thing I feel about Orlando.
There's nothing you can do about that, though.
There literally is nothing you can do about that. So it's not really his fault. What do you mean? How do we know?
It's the same thing I said with Orlando.
If he could go, Penn, he would have went. If he could go, he definitely would have went.
It's not that's not the problem that Ox is highlighting. The problem is Luka Doncic's health and conditioning. And I'm not saying that in a negative connotation.
Conditioning thing?
He came into camp in the best shape of his life.
You guys are in
the best shape of his life.
You guys are looking at it from. You're looking at it from. Even Austin Reaves was an issue in the first round too. They should have swept them dudes. I'm saying, like, if you similar to Anthony Davis, just because you're in shape doesn't mean that you are not injury prone. You are exactly. You are who you are, and it's like Luka Doncic. Obviously, he's incredible, but if he's going to continue to break down,
he's made of glass, right? That's what we would say about anybody else. That's what we've been saying about Joel Embiid. I'm saying now, I know for sure, like, you can't. It's a part of all sports. You know what I'm saying? People get hurt in volleyball. You know what I'm saying? Non-contact sports, people get hurt in golf. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are gonna get hurt.
Woods tore his knee up.
Right,
And
but I'm just saying, like, what now? Like, okay, so Luka, is this gonna start turning into something where it's just Luka's can't hold up? Chill, is this what we're looking at?
I don't think that it's something where we're concerned with Luka not being able to hold up, because we can manage that, right? And I think that the regular season has proven that if you can get a guy to play a certain amount of games and then be ready enough for the playoffs and make a playoff run, and we'll be fine, right? So, I mean, I don't ever expect Luka to be Tyrese Maxey or, Mikal Bridges, where he's playing every game, every night, and he's playing 35 minutes every night, even though Luka plays heavy minutes, right?
He plays 36 minutes a night, and he played 64 games.
Yeah, Luka plays heavy minutes. I'm not expecting him to play 75 games. I'm not expecting him to do that, and I'm not expecting him to do that season after season. What I am expecting him to be available for the playoffs. I am expecting that, and that's unfortunate that he wasn't. That kind of threw a monkey wrench in everything that we were doing. So okay. I say that absolutely. I say that to say, moving forward with James, the decision that we have to make is, do we want to move forward with James and continue with this short-term plan of James being a one-year rental, or do we want to move off of James and now go younger and be more modernized to compete athletically? Because that's what we ran into.
He's the athlete. He is the athlete.
But see, that's the problem, though.
He did his job. Bron held it down.
Right.
See, this is the thing. All season, y'all have been questioning LeBron James. That's what y'all do every time we talk about this. He's old. Bron's too old. He can't hang. He can't hold up. This and that. Bron held it down.
Yes,
Bron did his job. Bron played in the regular season. I don't know exactly how many games, but he played in the regular season, and he was available in the home stretch. He was available in the playoffs. Bron isn't the one for question right now. Bron should not be on trial right now. Bron should not be the one. Are we going to hold on to LeBron? He held it down, chill. When Austin Reeves wasn't there against Houston, who was getting it done?
It was
LeBron James.
So
when Luka Doncic wasn't there, who was holding it down?
It was James.
LeBron James.
Yes,
LeBron went out there and got swept by the defending champs, playing great basketball. Luka Doncic on the sideline, smiling and talking shit and giving them looks like Bron out there hooping. Why are we having a LeBron James conversation right now?
So he played up to the standards of a $52 million
I was told that this team at points in this season, I had to sit up here and listen to people saying that this team was better without LeBron James. I heard nonsense like when LeBron comes back, he's going to get in the way. We had to actually hear that and pretend like that shit made sense. Yep. Like we got to let people come up here and respect them and sit here and let them say shit like, oh, they don't need Bron. He's getting in the way. They're better off without him. What type of crazy shit is that?
And the numbers prove it, by the way. And the numbers prove that James.
The numbers prove what?
James on the floor without Austin Reeves and with Luka. James on the floor with Luka and Austin Reeves. They're a negative. It's stuff like that. That's the conversation that we were having.
Chill. It's been 23 years, chill. 23 years.
Yes, sir.
2-3.
Yep.
Dos, Trace.
Yep.
23 years. And you have never seen LeBron James be the problem, except for in 2011 against Dallas. Bron's never been the problem.
I'm not arguing that
you got a small sample size of Bron ever being the problem. Bron has never been the issue. Bron has never gotten in the way. He's still not getting in the way.
What the problem that we're having is, Ox, he's not a spring chicken. And with them not being younger, we got to get more modernized. We got to get younger. We have to get more athletic. We got to get faster because Oklahoma City is that, because San Antonio is that, because Houston is that. Even though we already handled Houston, but these teams in the NBA, these younger teams that are athletic and faster, even if James isn't the problem as a player, these other teams are way more athletic. They're way faster. They're better defenders. Why? Because they have and I've said this to you guys in the past, when you walk in the gym, Ron, and you looking around, okay, there go your ball handler right there. Okay, there go my jump shooter right there. All right, there go my dirty work guy right there. Where my dudes at that run fast and jump high? Where all them dudes at? I'm looking around the gym. Where are the guys in here who run fast and jump high? We don't have that in Los Angeles.
It's the old nigga. That's the one. It's the old nigga right there.
It's the old dude, and we got to get more modernized. And the problem that we have in Ron is the old dude, I don't know how long he's going to play. Don't get me wrong. The old dude is still awesome.
We'll trade Luka then.
Wow.
This is.
I mean, obviously, you know you don't do that, but it's like
you know
the haul you can get back for Luka. You know the athletes.
Maybe not. I don't know. They just gave up Anthony Davis and Max Christie for Luka, so you might not get nothing back from him. My thing is, Chill is right. Like they're stuck in a rock and a hard place because it's like, we get worse if we let Bron go.
Of course.
Clearly, we get worse if we let Bron go, but we have to plan for our future. Bron is not a part of our. He could be a part of our next year. He's not a part of our future. So it's like
two things can be true. Two things can be true. First of all, in 23rd years, right, all time playoffs, 23 points per game. Number one, LeBron James. You know who number two is?
In playoff points.
Mm-hmm. Playoff points per game. In year 23.
In year 23.
Kareem.
Is there a number two?
There's no number two.
No.
It's just him.
No number two.
So, amazing job. 23 points. He was arguably the best player in every single game. That's one thing that's true. Also, this was probably the worst impact performance he's ever had in a playoff series or in a playoff run in his career. That's a testament to how great he's been for the rest of his career, but let's not act like the cliff is not near and that he is not old. He is very old. You should not be talking about trading Luka Doncic. He is damn old. The defensive impact has been somewhat mitigated, and last year he was able to raise it to a different level, but against OKC, he was very limited. And it didn't help that obviously Austin Reeves shit the bed the way that he did and that Luka didn't play, and LeBron was massively over-leveraged and overtaxed. But let's not act like they were close in this series. They were not close.
They got blown out in 3 of the 4 games. Smoke.
Absolutely. But
maybe their superstar should have been available.
He's making $52 million, and I'm not going to sit up here and act like he earned that money this year.
Yes, he did.
I mean, he earned it off the court. No, he was not a $52 million player, Cho.
If he plays the 65,
no, he wasn't.
So let me ask you a question.
How many games did LeBron play?
60 games. If he meets the requirement of 65 games, is he an All-Pro this year?
Absolutely. Third team All-NBA.
Marginally, barely.
So he is an All-Pro. So that means that I'm
Maybe.
still one of the 15 players. I'm
He's
still one of the,
fringe.
I'm
He's
still
fringe.
playing
He's
like
not
one of
the
the best
player on
15 players in the game.
Okay,
still.
but
I'm not making the All-Pro team off reputation.
Hold up.
That's not
Luka
happening.
Doncic missed the mark by one game. One game. Okay.
LeBron missed about 5. So Luka played
So
4 more games than LeBron
Luka
James.
technically was eligible. There is no way you're telling me LeBron is going to be the second Lakers selected and they're a 5th seed. That ain't happening. Okay, so no, he's not an All-Pro. He could play 65 games. He could play 70 games.
Don't do that, Payne. How did he play good enough? I don't want to do the. Well, they already got one Laker All-Star.
Well,
no.
If
Did
I'm
he
telling
play
you
well
he
enough?
wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't have made it. He's not making it over Jalen Johnson. He's not making it over
I said,
Scottie
who
Barnes.
did he play well enough? Was he at that level?
He was a top 20.
Let's just answer the simple question.
He was a top 25 player.
Did he
in
play
the
better
league.
than Jalen Johnson this year? Because I think Jalen Johnson.
I'll take that as a yes. I'll take that as a yes.
Obviously, I don't like Jalen Johnson, but
I think he's making the All-Pro team. Yes, I think he's going to make the All-Pro team. He didn't play better than Scott. I don't think he played better than Scottie Barnes. I'm not going to argue that. Did he play better than Jamal Murray? No, Ron, we're not doing that. He didn't play better than Scottie Barnes. No, he didn't.
He didn't play better than Scottie Barnes?
No, he did. He didn't play better than Scottie Barnes this year. No, he did.
It could be a discussion. It could be up for discussion.
No, he did not.
Let's keep it cool, Ron. We're trying to have a
I'm just saying it could
productive
be up for.
episode,
It's not a wash. It could be up for discussion.
Ron, we're trying to be productive today.
It could be up for discussion.
What we do? Ron,
I didn't bring Scotty's name into this. I'll just
Tuesdays
answer the
are
question.
productive days, Ron. Come on, brother.
They don't have to be though.
With that being said, Penn, I don't want to get stuck on him being on the All-Pro team. I'm talking about just like you just said, from an impact standpoint. Yes, when you go up against a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder that has a vast amount of athletes, a bunch of guys who can stretch the defense, guys who can put the ball on the floor. James, in his advanced age, yes, he can still defend. How much better would he be if we got younger and we had athletes out here to protect him, as opposed to him having to protect himself, like he's still Bron, like Ox just said, like he's still Bron. Well, he's still Bron in some aspects. Yeah, he still gets up and down the floor. He's still one of the better transition players in the game. But when we play in the playoffs and we play against a team like Oklahoma City, we play against a team like Minnesota, we play against a team like San Antonio, where they got a bunch of young guys who run fast and jump high and also exploit mismatches and go after older guys like James. How do we thwart that when we don't have the athletes to compete with that? We can't. So we have to figure out how are we going to go about this? Are we going to go younger and stick with James, or are we going to just get off of James and just completely scrap this thing and build it around Luka for the future? Because I still think that
how about both? You need to get younger
not,
and you need to keep him because you're not getting a replacement better than him, but you can't pay him $52 million.
I ain't playing for no little bit of money, Penn. Let's be clear about that right now.
You can't pay him $52 million, Joe. You can't pay him $52 million.
The reason why we're on TV the
you
way
need
we're
a
on
starting
TV,
center because your center can't guard. Your center can't catch a basketball. So you need an upgrade.
He's only making 8.
That's it, and we could get off of that. We can get off of that money.
You can't give Austin Reeves $45 million. Okay, you can't give Austin $45 million.
Okay, well, someone is going to give him 30 plus, and you're going to have to do that. And if you're going to lose him, well, then you're going to get worse anyway. Okay, cool.
See ya.
Good luck. Good luck with Jake LaRavia and friggin' Dalton Connect. Okay, you need to re-sign Marcus Smart. That's another dude you need to bring back.
Yes.
Okay.
I can get with that.
So it's going to get real expensive real quick. You need to bring back Rui Hachimura. Shout outs to Rui yesterday, trying to save JJ Redick's job, and then JJ Redick benches him down 3. What the hell are we doing? What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get that neither. Nope. I didn't get that neither.
Nobody does. Bringing in Maxi Kleber. My God.
Yes, I didn't get that.
Yo, it's not going to be easy for the Lakers because the easy thing to say is re-sign LeBron, give Austin Reeves a max contract, and we'll be right back to where we're at. I don't know if that's exactly the recipe for success for the Lakers moving into the future and even next year. Because even if they run it back, you still have to hope that Austin Reeves and Luka are injured. You still have to hope LeBron doesn't decline how much he would in a year. And then even on top of that, you still have to get the right pieces back. And, you might have to upgrade in some positions. So it still isn't even like all the way clear if they re-sign everybody. My thing is, what they really might have to consider is really taking 2 or 3 steps back in order to move forward. They might have to reverse engineer this whole thing. We got Luka Doncic. Let's build from there. That could mean, Bron, sorry, we appreciate your time here, but you got to go find pay elsewhere.
Ron,
Austin Reeves,
what do we do?
We don't have a max contract for you. We don't want to invest in what we've seen from you. Even though we like what you brought to the table, it's just not worth it moving forward. That's what I believe that they might have to do and strongly consider.
Ron, what do we do up here? We give our takes. We give predictions for what might happen in the future, right? Let me give you a prediction of what might happen in the future. For the next 12 years, no championships in LA.
We back to 88 to 2000 again?
0
years. How can you see 12 years?
I can't say that.
Because I have forward vision.
Well, wait a minute.
I can see the future.
So why are we going over a decade without winning it again? What are we doing that we're not winning it again? Like, we got a top 5 player on our roster already. That's 26 years old. We already have that. And the Lakers have proven over the course of time, and I can run this down for you really quickly. The Lakers trade for Jabal in 75. Within 5 years, within 4 years, they win the NBA championship. Jabal is the best player in the league. They end up running the entire decade. They lose Magic in 91, right? They get Shaq and Kobe Bryant in 1996. Within 4 years, we NBA champs.
Those guys ain't coming back.
Okay,
I hate to bring up that Rick Pitino shit, but
no, they not.
Larry Bird ain't coming through the door, chill.
But I'm not finished. Okay, they proceed to run the decade. The Lakers were right.
Okay,
it's them in San Antonio. So then we lose Bryant in we end up losing Bryant in 2016. We get James within 3 years. Within 3 years of losing Bryant, we get James and we win the NBA championship. The point is that when they get themselves a top 5 player within 4 years, we right back at the mountaintop. We have that right now in Luka. The question is how are we building our unit around that? Yes, James is ridiculously polarizing. I am not just going to get
Chill,
off of James.
if you're standing at the mountaintop and I'm standing in heaven, I'm higher.
Yes, you are. 100% you are.
Oh, welcome to San Antonio. Welcome to OKC.
But
Unless you're standing in Mount Everest, maybe, you know.
Heaven is still higher than Mount Everest.
The difference is that I've proven
exactly how high is heaven.
But Penn, I've proven over the course of time that even if I am standing at the mountaintop, I will get to heaven at some point soon. Once I have this one thing, I got your ball.
You could dive off and try.
And that's happened. Like we went the other way. Like they lost Bryant in 16. Get James in 19. We NBA champs within the next three. We're NBA champs within the next 3 years. We get Shaq in 96. Bryant shows up in 96 also. We NBA champs within the next 4 years. So I've proven that if I have this one common denominator, which is a top 5 player in the league, arguably the best player in the league, if I have that, I have something to build around, and we will get back to the mountaintop. So I'm not coming off Luka.
Everything that the NBA has done has been to slant things away from big market teams having all the monopolization, being able to assemble big threes through free agency, incentivizing players through supermaxes to stay home. This whole thing was meant to prevent LA and teams in California, teams in Texas, and teams in Florida from being able to monopolize championships and dynasties. And it's working because those next 2 dynasties potentially are going to be in San Antonio and OKC. And unless something really horrible happens with those 2 teams, I'm looking at the future and I got a direct line to God. And he is telling me those championships are going to OKC and San Antonio. We are ping pong in between those 2. And the Lakers are not in the equation.
12 years. Well, they got Luka. Like if you see the future, let's say your buddies get together, Luka and Jokic. Like, I mean, it's not like this thing is just
they can lose together.
It's not just laid out for San Antonio and OKC to win the next 12. There's new kids coming into the NBA every day. There's more happening. So I'm not going to sit here and
are you watching how much better Chet has gotten? Just year to year. Are you seeing how much better AJ Mitchell has gotten?
There's so many other players in
those
the
aren't
world
even the 2 best players on their team.
That's like
keep going on.
No, they don't look like 2 best players on any team. You know what I'm saying? So that's not, you know what I mean? So anyways, what I'm saying
they wouldn't be the 2 best players on any team.
No.
Are you being for real?
No.
Chet and AJ Mitchell wouldn't be the 2 best players in Washington.
No, I don't. No.
Okay.
Let's stay focused.
Okay, wait, my bad.
Stay focused for a second. So I'm like,
be the best players in San Antonio. Sacramento.
Okay, sure. Let's keep going. AJ. All right, great. The problem too is like Luka is saying things like, I don't want you to trade Austin Reeves, and if we're trying to go get Giannis situation, like, well, Luka, you got it. We got to do something in LA, right? Like,
yes.
if you're gonna get off of Bron, where do you go? Are we gonna just run it back without Bron? It's just gonna be the Luka and Austin show. Luka is not able to play 65 plus. He's not able to play in the playoffs. They got to make something happen. But this is Los Angeles. Like, this is California. This is the Lakers. They are going to retool. I'm just looking to see, like, in what way. You know what I mean? So, like, who's out there?
You're not just retooling with like role players and 2 stars. This is the formula to retool in the 80s and 90s. Right now, you're having to deal with the depth of San Antonio and OKC. Sure. You're talking about teams that go 10, 12 deep. This is not something you can just make up in an offseason because Shaq decides that he's going from Orlando to LA. That ain't happening because now Shaq doesn't go from Orlando to LA because Orlando can offer him way more money. What he does is he re-signs with Orlando and then he asks for a trade, which completely changes the equation of how rosters are built.
You mean like what Giannis could do in Milwaukee, where Giannis could re-sign with them and then ask for a trade and get a haul back for him?
Right. Exactly. He re-signed and now he wants a trade.
Sure.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean,
the team has to give up something.
You're not different. You don't do it the same way you used to. But there's more than one way to build a basketball team.
But what I'm saying is teams like OKC and San Antonio haven't just won for the moment. They're winning for the decade. Like, they haven't set themselves, like, you have to look at everything that, like,
there's no evidence to prove that what we have going on right now, Penn. The reason why I'm saying that is because we saw when I'll make myself the example, Penn, really quickly, and I'd like to hear your take on this. When I saw the Bulls win the championship in 1991, I was like,
Mhm.
these dudes gonna be around for a while.
Yep.
And you better get used to because these dudes ain't going nowhere. When I saw Shaq and Kobe do it in 2000, I was like, these dudes gonna be around for a while. So you better get used to seeing them. They ain't going nowhere. When James jumped on that Miami Heat team, I was like, they're gonna win it again next year. And it just
And they
looked like
didn't.
and even with the Warriors, I was like, these dudes gonna be around for a while. These last 6 years, everybody that we've said is gonna be around for a while has not been around. Milwaukee was supposed to be around for a while. No, the Golden State Warriors, that was a one-up. That's all that was. That's an old group. That's an old group that ended up dropping an album that hit. And instead of taking that album and going, yo, we're just going to do tours. But they was like, yo, we're going to drop more music. No. Same thing with Denver. Denver was set up to do it. Boston was set up to do it.
Every team
Oklahoma
you're
City is
talking
set up to
about.
do it.
And Penn, no, you can't say every team because Boston is the perfect
They
example.
were set up to do it.
When Boston won it in 24, they had the perfect blueprint to run through the league.
No, they
to go
didn't.
to the champion, especially in the East.
They
Ben,
were
there's no
old
way
them.
you can tell me. There's no way you can tell me we have Jason Tatum,
Is that a challenge?
Jaylen Brown,
Okay.
Porzingis, Drew Holiday, Derek
than
White,
Shea, worse than
Peyton
Shea,
Pritchard.
worse than
It's
Shea,
not
worse
about
than
being
Shea,
worse than
worse
Shea.
than
You just
Of course
said
it
you
is.
can't take. You just said you can't take superstars and build a roster around them and all of a sudden compete. No, you have to have a roster.
First of
Now I
all,
know Shea does have a
OKC
roster,
team is
but
deeper than those teams and it's younger than those teams. You're
you're not even
missing the point.
listening to what I'm saying. You're just trying to
course I'm
respond.
not.
This isn't even about OKC. It's about the formula of all these teams. What I'm saying is Boston was built to be dominant for the rest of this decade.
No, they
Do you
weren't.
see how
Yes, they were.
quickly?
Yes,
Do
they
you see how quickly that just went to shit? What I'm saying is the same
they
thing can
weren't.
happen to OKC. The same thing can happen to the Spurs. The same thing can happen to the Pistons. Hey, the thing about it is how Chill just said about Shaq and Kobe. Nobody foreseen them breaking up due to them
Who's
just
the
not getting
Pistons
along.
into this?
Pin, this is life. I'm trying to tell you that this is deeper than basketball. This is life. People get injured, things happen, arguments happen, all type of people can get traded because of whatever. Somebody just might retire just because they're tired of basketball. I'm saying like you're making a good point about the Spurs and OKC, but anything can happen. When we just look back in history, anything can happen. We're about to see. We seen the Boston Celtics just 2 years ago look invincible. And now they talk about trading Jaylen Brown and breaking the
Why
whole
are you
band up
comparing
this
these teams?
summer.
They're not comparable.
because they won the
talking
NBA
about
championship.
Why are they not comparable?
Here.
And
Okay,
I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm gonna tell you exactly why it's comparable. Because one of Boston's biggest things. One of Boston's biggest things, and you continue to bring this up, you can't build a team like how you built a super team in the past because it's a different NBA. Okay, it's a different NBA. OKC is going to have to pay AJ Mitchell. He's going to be gone. They're going to have to pay J-Dub. They're going to have to pay Chet. They've already paid Shea. Somebody is gone. All of these guys are gone.
When these NBA championship runs, like shit gets expensive. And it gets expensive real fast in small markets.
San Antonio's going to have to pay Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, your man Carter Bryant. All of these guys have to get paid. Things then that means you have to retool. And I know these guys have draft assets and all of that, but I'm telling you, it's not as sweet as it seems. Hence, the last 7 years, it being a new champion. And it might be a new champion this year.
Penn, what
Why are you
happened?
asleep?
Penn,
Why are you asleep?
Wait, Penn. A question for you.
Yo,
I'm well rested. I'm well rested.
Wake up, bro.
So,
Why are we comparing these rosters?
That's what
I'm listening to
that's
y'all
what I was about to
yap
ask you.
about
So-
these
The
rosters.
Boston Celtics had one of the best roster
Penn,
constructions that
Penn,
we've seen
explain
over the last
Why do you keep
15
saying
years.
that? It's not even true.
The Boston Celtics have had one of the
explain
better
why it wasn't
roster
true, Penn.
constructions over the last 15 years.
Penn,
And
explain
you
why
can
it
sit
wasn't
here and
true.
lie about that.
I've
And you
been
can sit here and
trying,
act
Phil.
like that's not
I've been
true.
trying.
They've had
Listen,
one
y'all
of the
just
best roster
yap,
constructions
yap.
over the last 15 years. You disagreeing with this is just you trying to be argumentative. They literally had one of of the
even know my
best
argument.
roster
Let's hear it, Penn.
I've
constructions
been trying to
over the last
respond to
15
you for the last
years.
10 minutes.
Let's
You
hear it,
won't.
Penn.
You won't
All
See,
right,
shut
Penn.
up.
that's your
Okay, Penn.
problem is you
Let's
want to
hear it,
respond and
Penn.
you don't want to listen.
Let's
That's
hear
your
it, Penn.
problem.
Let's
And this is
hear
all because I
you.
said Bron was better than Scotty Barnes. Now you on this type
I
time.
told
give
you,
a
Ron.
shit.
Ron, I tried to tell you that we were trying
Al
to a productive
Horford was
episode, but you had to
37 when
say
they won
that
the
shit.
championship.
You had to say that
But
shit, didn't
Oh
you?
my
Penn, I want
goodness.
to get to your point, Penn. So why is this different than what was going on in the past?
Al
I'm
Horford was
listening.
37. Let's
Who?
start there.
Who?
Al Horford was 37. Let's
Okay,
start
Al Horford
there.
was
Drew
37,
Holiday
sure.
was 33. Let's
Okay.
start there. So
Well, we
two
can
of your
continue there.
absolute core pieces were
Okay.
very old.
All right.
Okay. You had
Alex
already
Caruso's old, Ihart's old, and they
Ron,
can't pay both
let
of
him
them.
finish.
No, I'm not gonna be quiet because
Let
the
him
point
finish.
the point still remains the same, Chill. He's gonna try to say that these guys are old and either they're gonna retire or they had to leave. The point still remains with OKC. You can't pay Lou Dort. You can't pay Cason Wallace. You can't pay Alex Caruso. You can't pay Ihart. You can't pay AJ Mitchell. These guys all have to hit the streets because OKC can't afford them. The same way Boston couldn't afford Al Horford, Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday. They managed to keep Derek White,
how
but
I
Derek
know
White
you
might be
know
gone
you're
too.
wrong,
The
because you won't
same
even let me
point
respond.
remains. These championship rosters have to rebuild and
Bro, you got
retool.
the chat
If the
telling me
Boston
I'm a
Celtics had to
child.
do it,
Go
You
ahead,
got the
Penn.
chat
I
telling
wonder
me I'm
why.
a child
I wonder why.
because I'm trying to respond to this nonsense and
Let's hear it,
you
Penn.
won't back
Let's hear
up.
it. Let's hear
Okay?
it, Penn.
You talk about this guy being too expensive. They're gonna have to re-sign this guy. They're gonna have to just mute yourself, Ron.
Go
They're
ahead,
trying
Penn.
to. You talking about like, oh, you got to pay this guy, that guy. You're missing the grander point of asset management.
Which is
If
what?
we know that we can't pay Cason Wallace, guess what? We can trade Cason Wallace for 3 first-round picks.
Mhm.
We can always upgrade. We can always do that. These are not like unforeseen.
Who's giving you
circumstances.
3 first-round picks for Cason Wallace?
quiet Ox, let him finish.
Anyone in the league would give you 3 first-round picks for Cason Wallace right now. If you don't
All
respect
right, never
Cason
mind,
Wallace,
Ox. Get
that's one thing.
his ass. Get him.
AJ
No.
Mitchell is
No.
a player
No.
who is
No.
AJ Mitchell is on one
Hey,
of the
Pitt,
cheapest
I
contracts.
could get with
in
the
league.
AJ Mitchell hype. I could get with that.
Well, who's been on the AJ Mitchell hype? You know what I get tired of? I get tired of being right, being told I'm crazy. 12 months later, everybody accepts that I'm right. And then I get to be called crazy again for the next thing I say. And then 12, bro, I'll talk to you in 12 years when the Lakers haven't won a championship. You can apologize to me then. My point is very simple. Okay. This team has built what we talked about the other day with Brad Stevens, right? We talked about a margin of error. This team is playing without arguably their second best player. They're missing $45 million off their cap sheet, and they are sweeping teams. They're better than they were last year. And J-Dub has barely played. Why? Because they're smart. They found Jared McCain. For what? They cashed in some of those picks, right? They cashed in some of those loosely late first-round picks, and they got Jared McCain. When a team shows you that they're this far ahead of the curve in terms of development, in terms of asset management, in terms of roster building, and they have one of the best guards in NBA history, and they have one of the best rim protectors in NBA history, and they have, frankly, one of the best benches and rosters. It doesn't matter if you can't afford Lou Dort. It doesn't matter if you can't afford Cason Wallace. You'll trade those guys and you'll upgrade. You'll. If a team right now wanted to trade for Giannis, you know which team could do the best job?
Yep.
OKC. You know which team could do the second best job? San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the two teams right now that, despite being two of the youngest teams in the league, are 60-plus win teams. They're going to be exchanging championships for a long time. And your smug ass can just stand there and watch.
Penn,
So, Penn,
I'm not saying that you're wrong.
I am.
These two teams clearly have some of the best roster construction and setup going into the future. Cool. Like it's clear. OKC and the Spurs are built the most to succeed in the future. Over the next 12 years, if I was to be a betting man, I would bet on these two teams to at least win 2 to 3 more championships. The only point I'm making is that life comes at you fast. The same way that the league turned around quick when Steph Curry revolutionized it and Klay Thompson was in the corner knocking down threes and Draymond Green and they were playing small ball. The same way that turned quick is the same way that this league's going to turn over. Hey, we're looking at it now. In 5 years, the league's going to be completely different. The landscape's going to be different.
When the
you are too. You're saying I'm
future.
using the past to look at the future. You're looking at the current to look at the future. What I'm trying to say is, I know that you come up here and you say that you can see the future and you're at the top of Mount Everest and yada yada yada. Motherfucker, you don't know what the league gonna look like in 5 years.
But Penn, I think where the disconnect is the way that this whole thing was, the way that this thing was constructed. It was the way that this thing was constructed
Was good, Miles.
very much like
good,
how
man.
it was constructed in Milwaukee. Where did they get Giannis? They got him in the draft. Where did they get Middleton? They got him in the draft, right? They ended up in addition to getting Middleton, they ended up getting Bledsoe. They swap out Bledsoe for a younger Drew Holiday. What happens? These guys break down. With these guys breaking down,
Not
then we
really
move on
what
to
happened, Cho.
Wait a minute. Then we move on to the Boston Celtics. Where do you get Marcus Smart? You get him in the draft. Where do you get Jaylen Brown? You get him in the draft. Where do you get Jason Tatum? You get him in the draft. Where do you get Robert Williams? You get him in the draft. And these guys stay together
It's
for
not
a
even
bunch
true, Chill. You got them via trade.
in the
Because you
draft. I still got him in the draft.
No, you got them via trade because the Brooklyn Nets had a change in ownership and they lost their damn minds and they traded away a whole bunch of
still
picks
got
and
him in the draft.
That
still doesn't go away.
championship windows need to be understood.
My point is that we got him in the draft. I got Robert Williams in the draft, right? And we stay together. And in addition to us staying together, we start winning and we build something. And in the process of us getting to the doorstep, we're not there yet. So we exchange. So I take Marcus Smart out of the lineup and I exchange him for Drew Holiday. So I take Robert Williams, who's injury prone, out of the lineup and I exchange him for Al Horford. And it works. And I'm thinking that it's going to continue to work. But to Ron's point, life hits us. Al Horford ends up getting older. Porzingis doesn't hold up. That throws a monkey wrench in everything we were doing, what we were building. Same logic goes on with the Denver Nuggets. Where did they get Joker? In the draft. Where did they get Jamal Murray? In the draft. Where did they get MPJ? In the draft. Where did they get Christian Brown? In the draft. We're building this thing, and while we're building this thing, we're swapping out. We're not having an entire roster overhaul. We're just swapping out one or two guys to continue to move forward. When we do that, we win, but then ultimately something happens to throw a monkey wrench in what we got going on. Oklahoma City built this thing primarily through the draft, and they swapped out one or two players. Like they bagged Hartenstein in free agency. Boom. They ended up trading for Alex Caruso. Boom. But then something hasn't happened. Nothing has happened yet. Nothing has happened yet, but this is the pattern that we have going on throughout the course of this decade. This is what's been going on. Where do you get Wemby? You get Wemby in the draft. You get Harper in the draft. You get Castle in the draft. You get Vassell in the draft. You get Keldon Johnson in the draft. All of these, this is how they're building their unit. So when we're talking about the Lakers, we got to get younger. And when we get younger, we need some draft picks. But the problem is that we got a dude that's on the crew that's 41 years old that's still fucking awesome. So we kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. What you can't sell me, Penn, is you can't sell me that the roster construction has not been the same over the course of the last decade, because yes, it has.
I mean, look, I'm right. You know I'm right. You're screaming about it, and you can cry about it, but it doesn't change anything.
My fault. I didn't realize.
No. I mean, like you're free to scream.
I just thought I was talking. My fault.
No. It's cool. Like everyone is entitled to a damn opinion. I mean, just because my opinion is right, and I got the charisma of cardboard up here, it doesn't make me wrong. It certainly don't make me wrong. And I'm going to say this: everything is about championship windows. We can all agree that Chris Webber led Sacramento Kings team that some of us loved had a window, right?
Yes.
This OKC team had a window. That Boston Celtics team had a window. Now, what you have to do as a roster constructor, a general manager, a president, is you have to extend that window.
Sure.
But you can also pre-extend the window by getting a whole bunch of draft picks, right? And what I'm trying to say is that as somebody who has studied roster building pretty much for the last 15 to 20 years with great discernment, I have to say that I have seen some teams do it epically well and some teams do it horribly. The Boston Celtics were a very good example of roster building. The Denver Nuggets are a great example of roster building. These are great teams. They, as you said, they knocked it out in the draft. They got Jamal Murray. They hit on draft picks. You got to hit on your draft picks for sure. You especially got to hit on those high draft picks.
Especially teams like Oklahoma City, especially small market teams. We can't get it wrong in the draft. We got to get it right.
But you got to win the margins too, Cho. You got to get some lopsided trades to go your way. You got to get advantages to go your way. The real way that OKC and San Antonio really built this up is almost identical. What did they actually do? OKC and San Antonio were in identical positions. They were middling playoff teams. OKC with Russell Westbrook and Paul George and a whole bunch of bloated contracts. Carmelo Anthony, you remember the team. And San Antonio with DeMar DeRozan, LaMarcus Aldridge. They had a lot of guys. When they got off of Kawhi Leonard, they had DeJounte Murray. They had Derek White. They had Jakob Poeltl. They had a lot of good players on that team. But the truth is, these two teams took very calculated gaps in their and what they did was they sold very high on assets.
Sure.
They got multiple first round picks, and they hit their own picks, but they also got other teams' picks. And then they took those picks and they picked players and then traded those players for like 3 more picks. And so what San Antonio and OKC have done is not only have they knocked it out of the park with their draft picks, J-Dub, Chet, AJ Mitchell, all these guys for the Spurs, for Case and Wallace. Not only are they excellent at scouting, they're incredible at development. They have great team cultures. They have great young coaches at the helm. They're getting the maximum out of these players.
Sure.
But also, they have good contracts. They have smart cap structure, and they have future assets to pivot. The Lakers don't have anywhere close to the roster, to the future haul that these teams do. Not only that, I would argue the San Antonio Spurs are not even close to scratching the surface, and they're probably going to end up in the Western Conference Finals. It's different when your team is being anchored by 30-year-olds and 32-year-olds because the window is slowly closing, right? The end of that Divac and, Weber run and Bibby run, like those guys were still in their prime. Chill. AJ Mitchell was not in his prime
when he tore his knee up. Weber was 30 years old when he tore his knee.
Yo, Penn, I want to step in because I want to get Miles involved in a conversation. Miles, we are talking about the Los Angeles Lakers. Obviously, they just got swept. They just got sent to Cancun, but they have some big decisions to make this summer. Obviously, they have Luka, but do you re-sign LeBron? Do you sign Austin Reeves to a max contract? Do you trade Austin Reeves? Do you try to bring in another superstar? What direction do you think that they should go or will go?
I'll be honest with you, man. What's up, everybody? By the way, what's going on? But I'll be honest with you, man. After watching the game last night and just watching Austin Reeves throughout the playoffs, I mean, I think it's time to separate with Austin Reeves. I think right now is the most value you're going to get for Reeves. I just don't trust him in the playoffs. It's like a player that averages nearly 30 points in the regular season, has numerous over 40-point games and numerous 30-point games, and then the playoffs is averaging 18. Like, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And we already know what that's going to end up like. It's going to end up like a James Harden situation. So at the end of the day, I think it's time to get rid of Austin Reeves. Obviously, when it comes to LeBron doesn't have that much time left, and LeBron's going to need a big contract. So I think it's also time to separate from LeBron as well. I think you got to build around Luka Doncic. You have something really special with Luka. It's time to see how many draft picks you can get, and just like Chill said, try to build in the draft and see what you can just build around Luka Doncic. I'm also not a big fan of DeAndre Ayton. So I mean, I think there's a lot of moves that the Lakers need to make
move off of him
to make them a better team. It's just, I think if you look at how like the past was constructed when it came to LeBron, when LeBron was winning championships, LeBron always had a big man that could shoot threes. And I think LeBron needed that when it came to the Lakers. And obviously, when DeAndre Ayton came into the league, I thought he could shoot threes. I don't know what happened to DeAndre Ayton's shooting ability. It's like he was supposed to be, dominating. You know what I'm saying? When he came out of Arizona, dude was a beast. He was doing everything on the court. But now all of a sudden, when he's on the Lakers, it's like, I don't know what's going on with DeAndre Ayton. I don't know what happened to him. So I think the Lakers need to do a whole redesign of their entire lineup. I would, to be honest, the players that I would keep, Luka Doncic, I'm keeping Rui Hachimura. If you look at Rui, I understand Rui's a little streaky, but in the playoffs, Rui hits shots that are really important. And last night, Rui showed that he should have got the ball late in the game. He had the hot hand throughout the entire game and then didn't really touch the ball in the last 2 minutes. So I think Rui Hachimura is another player that's good to keep. But just overall, there's going to have to be a full reconstruction of that lineup. Those guys are way too old. Marcus Smart is too old. Like you need a whole reconstruction. It's got to change completely. He's too old, man. He's too old. I don't think, to me, if you look at Marcus Smart, I love Marcus Smart. But if you look at how he was guarding Shai Gilgeous-Alexander last night, Marcus Smart is a great defender, but he wasn't really making a huge difference on Shai.
I mean,
Shea
nobody
would
really
still
makes a
get those
huge
shots.
difference on him.
Well,
I
what
don't
I'm
think
saying,
so.
but I feel like it's a size difference too. Marcus
He
Smart
did a
is only
great job
6'3",
this series.
6'4".
He
He's
did a
only
great
6'3",
job.
6'4".
And Shade is
You know what I'm saying?
6'5", 6'6".
Exactly. You know
I mean,
what
I
I'm
don't think it's
saying?
that much of a size difference, but
I think it is, man.
what I'm trying to make sense of is if we go in the direction where because essentially what you're saying is we got to start over, and we start over with
100%.
Luka. That's
100%.
what it sounds like. Well, what I can't do is AR has a player option at the end of the season. He ain't walking out the front door for nothing. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear him walking out the front door for nothing. So do I sign him and trade him to, I don't know, how about Oklahoma City? How about you hand over some of them draft picks?
That doesn't work that way at all.
Why not?
Because they would have to give you something of sizable value.
Absolutely. They got a bomb squad over there. They got 12 guys over there.
They do.
You gotta match salaries.
Absolutely. We can also get a third team involved in this too. We could 100% do that.
OKC can't just give you like Jared McCain.
I just threw them out
he's not necessarily saying OKC. He's saying, do you trade him and get picks back?
He has to agree to it. That too. He's an unrestricted free agent. He's not a restricted free agent.
Okay.
He's an unrestricted free agent. He can go wherever the hell he wants. He can decline his player option, and he can say, "Take a hike. I don't want to be here. I don't care." And
do you guys think Austin Reeves is going to get a max contract if he does?
I mean, he shouldn't.
Yeah,
but he could.
I think he will.
I mean, it's like I think it's a thing where there's smoke, there's fire. It's a lot of smoke around Austin Reeves being a max player. Somebody's going to throw that money at him.
Brooklyn.
And like
they love him in Utah, by the way, Ron.
And here's also the thing too, like
they don't have the money to do it.
How about you hand over that number 2 pick?
It doesn't work that way, Joe.
The
cap exists for a reason. You got to if he takes a max contract, unless the team is significantly under the luxury tax
I do know
line,
that. I do know that, Penn. Yes, it does.
Okay, so if he's going to take $35 million, you can't just hand him a number 2 pick who makes $12 million.
No, I'm going to get some other people involved in this in Utah. Yes, I am. I'm going to get some other people involved in this.
But Utah has to shed the salary to absorb the salary. Is what I'm saying. So if
the money got to make sense. Yes.
Okay. Well, who are they giving you? That's $35 million. They're not giving you Lauri Markkanen.
No.
They're not giving you Jaren Jackson.
No.
Those are the 2 big contracts.
Right. So that just so we clear,
and they have to also figure out Walker Kessler.
Okay. So with that being said, though, Penn, just so we clear, just so you know, one contract that equals $35 million. That doesn't mean that we only have to get one contract. We could get some $10 million. We could get a $12 million deal. We could get a $14 million deal over here to make all of this money actually work. We can do that.
Yeah, and I get it. And in this situation, Austin Reeves holds all the power, and so does LeBron.
Oh, he does.
Quite frankly, they both do.
They both do. Yeah.
So you don't get to just send Austin Reeves wherever you want to send him. He's got to want to go there. Which means
I think the Lakers made a mistake too, by the way. I do. I think the Lakers made a mistake letting his contract go this far.
Me too. He should have already been traded. He should have already been traded.
I'm not on the fence about this. I told you this, Penn. I said this a year ago. I said that LeBron James wrote the blueprint on what to do when your star does not sign a contract extension when he's coming into a contract year. He is not walking out the door for nothing.
He can't sign the contract extension. So this is once again like where the CBA.
But that's the point. Last summer, we knew his extension was coming up. We knew his player option was coming up at the end of this year. So last summer was the summer where we could have said, all right, what's going on? You see what's going on with Giannis right now? You see Milwaukee is not going to let him walk out the front door. Hell no. They're not going to let him play this season and hope that he comes back next year. Hell no. One of 2 things is happening, Giannis. Here got a contract extension.
You can't extend him on his current contract.
So we're talking about trading him, Penn.
No.
Not extending, trading.
Well, he was talking about how Austin Reeves. Okay, so let me try to understand this. Chill. Are you saying because he didn't extend, you were thinking about trading him?
Because he didn't extend, yes.
Okay, so there we go. Ron, don't try to translate. I'm hearing what Chill was saying. The problem
Chill was talking about Austin Reeves last year. He said last year was the year to trade him before he comes up to his free agency. Just like he's talking about right now is the year to trade Giannis Antetokounmpo before he becomes a free agent this next year. Last year, the Lakers should have traded Austin Reeves so they wouldn't have to deal with this conundrum that they're in right now.
Because he didn't agree to an extension, correct?
Well, I mean, if they wanted to extend him, they could have extended him.
So what I'm trying to say is that because his base contract is so low, the extension value cannot be what is fair market value for him. So everybody in LA who was screaming at Austin Reeves or why didn't he extend or whatever is sadly misinformed about how the CBA works. There's a certain level above your current contract that an extension can start at. That value would be way too low And that's the problem with underpaying players. The Lakers underpaid Austin Reaves on his initial deal, $12 million, whatever, because he was a second round or an undrafted guy. And
the same thing going on up in Portland with Denny too. The same thing going on with Portland up in Portland with Denny, because his contract is at 13 right now.
Denny is going to be in the same situation,
and it goes down. Like it goes from 13. The last year his deal is at like $11 million.
Right. The Raptors were in the same situation.
So if you can't,
the Raptors were in the same situation with OG Anunoby.
Absolutely,
as well.
and I'm gonna let you make your point, Penn. So the point is if Austin Reaves is not eligible to be extended, because Drago is just listening to like just one point instead of completely listening to the whole thing, I am going to lose Austin Reaves in free agency. That's what's gonna happen. So last summer, I know his contract is coming up. If I can't extend him, then we got to move off of him. We have to. You literally just said that we couldn't extend him. So if we can't extend him, then we got to move off of him. Because next year, at the end of the year, he's got a player option, which means that he could walk out the front door for nothing. And I get nothing for him. That's it. So if I can't extend him, and Penn, you might be able, I think you have some more expertise on this than I do. When you extend guys, or not just extend them, but if I'm not mistaken, there's contracts where I can only extend you at like 20%, something like that. There's contracts where
I think it's 140% of your existing value.
Sure.
So the problem here is an extension versus re-signing are not the same thing. An extension happens when you already have a contract and you're tagging years onto the contract. Examples include what the Raptors did last season with Jakob Poeltl. He still had a year left on his contract. They added 2-3 years to it.
Sure.
That gives the team safety that they don't have to hit free agency with you.
I get extension.
However, there are situations like OG Anunoby, soon to be Denny Avdia, Fred VanVleet was one, and current Austin Reaves, where the contract value is so low that an extension cannot be negotiated because you cannot go to the point where fair value can be hit. So the most that Austin Reaves,
it doesn't even make sense to
right. So chill. It would be like, let's just say you get paid $1,000 per episode here.
Sure.
I'm just assuming on the low end that you get paid $1,000 because you're that great. So let's just say you were like, okay, well, my contract's coming up and I want $2,000 because I'm worth $2,000. But PC's like,
chill.
well, as your current deal.
Focus, Ox.
Focus, and if the rules of the podcast National Podcasting Association, where you could only get paid 150%, that means the maximum you could hit would be 1,500. But you're like, I want 2,000. So PC is like, yo, chill. You're very important to us.
Sure.
So we're gonna let your contract expire, and then we're gonna hand you 2,000. There's no reason to believe that Austin Reaves has not had that conversation with Rob Pelinka. He's probably had the conversation with Rob Pelinka. The agents have talked. They've said, when your contract expires, we're going to offer you 32, 35, whatever.
Now, here's the difference, though, with that, Penn, and I think that that's a fair argument. But the difference with that is, to Miles's point, how has Austin Reaves looked in the playoffs?
Exactly.
Well,
Which
that's the
means
problem with
yesterday's
not having an
price ain't
extension.
today's price. Like what
Exactly.
we said yesterday ain't today, off the strength of that price that we're agreeing to is contingent on you getting busy in the playoffs.
100%.
And if you don't, well, you know what? That 30, 35 million, it might not look as good now. We can't really justify that, especially with 2 years in a row.
Exactly. 2 years in a row. Come on.
But
bro.
chill, this is where that Isaiah Thomas Boston Celtics situation comes in, right? Where we got a handshake agreement and we can't renege on this because this is bad business. Now, if Austin Reaves goes out and tears his Achilles, bad for him, right? But what if he comes out and scores 30 points per game against the OKC Thunder? Can he just walk away? Can he say, I know we said 35, but now I want 42? Can he do that? So I think the Lakers are going to have to meet him somewhere in the middle. He's still a really good player. You've underpaid him for 4 years. There was an old thing that Gilbert Arenas said is, you don't pay me for the player I'm going to be. You pay me for the player I've been. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that's terrible asset management. I think that's how like Vivek Ranadive runs the Kings personally. But for me, I think 30 million is fair. I don't agree with anybody saying that, he needs to move. I mean,
Miles, ain't no way you're going
Miles.
30 for
no.
I'm
not
hey,
going
yo,
30
fella,
for a guy.
Jalen Johnson got
18
30.
in the
Trey Murphy
playoffs.
got 25. I
no
think
way
Austin
you're going
Reaves is going to get 30, bro.
Because you're going to lose him. You're going to lose
Yo,
him.
fellas. Hey, right quick. We talking about Austin Reaves money, We need to be talking about the chat's money. We need to be talking about our money. We need to be talking about how we can make money on Splash Sports. Now, look, you're not going to get no Trade Reaves type money on here. But what you can do is get up to $50 in a match play and 100% quick boost on Splash Sports. All you have to do is download the app and use code CHOICE. Now, it is the playoffs. OKC just ran to the conference finals, but we still have a couple more second round series that are in gear right now, live and in action. And you guys need to get in on that action. Now, before you do that, you just need to know that when you download the Splash Sports app and you play Quick Picks, just know that they have the highest multipliers in all of DFS. We are talking about winning up to 50 times on a 6-leg entry. And the best thing about it is, you don't have to have the perfect lineup to cash out. You just have to beat your opponents. So one bad pick won't kill you. You just have to get one more pick right than the next person in the competition, and you will take home the grand prize. We're going to show you guys how it's done right here. And right now, it's so easy to do. Even an ox could do it, right?
I'll try.
All right, we got one game tonight, y'all. So we don't really have too much to think about. We got the Spurs and the Wolves. What we want to do?
Can I take a look at that Wemby line?
Yes, let's do it.
Y'all still want to take the less on Wemby?
Can I take a look at that Wemby line?
His ass shouldn't even be playing today. How
You see what he doing with them rebounds? Hold on, go up right quick. What's the rebounds at?
15 and a half?
13
13 and a half?
I need a 50 ball today, bro. I need
13 and a half
50.
rebounds?
I need 60. Chill.
Ron, I'm gonna take the more on the I'm gonna take the more on the rebounds. Yes, I am.
13 and 14 rebounds. Woo.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the more on the rebounds.
Miles, in the first 3 games, he had 15 rebounds. Exactly on the dot. 15, 15, 15. And then he got ejected in the second quarter, obviously in game 4.
In this game, he's going to drop 60 points and then drop 5 people's elbows. 5.
I think I'm a rock with. I mean, if we just gonna go stars, let's go stars. Come on, give me Anthony Edwards, man.
Okay.
He don't look too injured to me. It don't look like them knees is holding him back from getting buckets.
Not at
26
all.
and a half. Yeah.
Come on, you know,
On the
hey, Ox, you
road?
know what to do.
Is Anthony Edwards a Lester, Ron?
He been no, hell no. Hold on, go down. Hey, chill, hell no. He for sure going more. But hold on, go down. What's the points and rebounds?
36. Oh, 32 and a half.
32 and a half. Because he had, what, 14 rebounds last game? 13, 12? Something like that. I know he had 9.5.
I like that.
That's
That's
an anomaly right there, Ron. That's an anomaly. That's not going to be normal.
He might just do 32 points just as points in general. Man, let me get the points and rebounds.
So yeah, actually, Ron, over the last he had 14 rebounds in that game a couple of days ago. Previous to that, I'm getting 3 boards from him. That's it.
It's an anomaly.
All right, let me
bro.
just
It's
go
not-
points, Ox.
That's all I'm getting. I'm getting 3 boards.
Yeah, let me just go points.
Yeah, I'm
It's
getting
not,
3
that's
boards.
not normal, bro.
He had 36, by the way. Yes.
Ox, you got something? Pin, you got something? Miles, you got something?
Dylan
What do y'all
Harper,
think about that
more.
Shannon points, rebounds, assists?
Give me more. Give me Dylan Harper more. More points.
Take the more.
More points,
I like
rebounds,
that one.
assists, more whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's get more.
Dylan Harper, yeah, I like Dylan Harper too. That's a good one.
Mm.
Boy's been balling.
Points, rebounds, assists. Let's do it.
Give him less.
You gave him less? Man,
You think he a Lester?
that's
There's no
some
way you think he a-
bullshit
yeah,
right
ain't
there.
no way you think he a Lester.
All right. All right.
Mm-mm.
It's your money.
WNBA boost.
In San Antonio? Yeah. 11 and a half points. Yeah, I would definitely take the more on Dylan Harper.
All right, that's how we rocking today on Splash Sports. Once again, if you like our picks, use our picks. Make some money off our picks. But if you got some better picks, well, go with that. Ultimately, make sure you download the app. Make sure you use code CHOICE. Make sure you cash in on 100% quick picks boost. And make sure that Splash Sports matches up to 100% of your deposit match. And we'll see you guys in the winner's circle. Thank you. Come again. All right, fellas, we got people that have sent through super chats. So let's go ahead and see what they talking about. Salute to everybody that's in the chat. Make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you become a member for one reason and one reason only. Because on Thursdays and on Sundays, we will have our members only streams, 9 p.m. Eastern time. You know, on the panel, we talk basketball. We talk about a lot of what goes on in between the lines. But on our members only streams is when we get a little out of bounds. You know, we talk about other things other than sports. So that's a good time for you guys to pull up and us to really have some life conversations. It's always a good time.
For you dudes
always
in
a
the
good
chat,
time.
For you dudes in the chat, I don't know if you ever remember Taxi Cab Confessions on HBO. Think about that. It's on those lines. Yeah, that's where we at. We along those lines. On our members only chat. Like we take it there. It gets a little wild.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys on Thursday. It's gonna be a good time as always. But in the meantime, I got my first super chat from Spanish Jose TV. Spanish Jose said Luka missed numerous games in the 22 playoffs. In 24, he suffered a severe calf injury before being shipped to LA. In hindsight, do y'all think Dallas sold the Lakers a lemon? Also, why did JJ take Rui out to end the game?
Yeah, I'll be real with you on that one. I think in the aspect of selling a lemon, they both got a lemon. If Dallas got Anthony Davis, so it's like
lemon for lemon.
Yeah, lemon for lemon. It's not.
How
It's
are we
not
calling
no
Luka a lemon? Can we please?
No. I'm not gonna say that Luka's a lemon, but at the same time, based off the logic that the person just put out, Luka has been injured multiple times in the previous playoffs. But at the same time, Luka Doncic is an incredible player, and he can stay. He showed that he can stay healthy throughout the playoffs and throughout the season. And I'm hoping that next season he does stay healthy. But the second half of that, when it comes to Rui Hachimura being taken out, that was a horrible decision, man. Rui Hachimura should have been in the game for the remainder of the game. He was balling. Like when he had that step back for the and-1 against Chet Holmgren, I was like, okay, Rui really gonna lead this team.
The thing, I was yelling at the TV, mad about the play Rui made before that, and then he came. I can't remember exactly what he did, but then he hit that 3, and I was like, oh, all right, Rui, but
exactly
taking him out, I don't know. I like Rui, I always have, so I think it's crazy. My only thing though, as far as the first part about that, I can't say you sold me a lemon, right? I can't say you sold me a lemon. If I go to the Cadillac dealership, it's dropping like flies around here. If I go to the
maybe
Cadillac
they lemons.
Chill. So I mean, let's be real. I mean, Luka, I mean, is at least an Escalade. So if I go to the Cadillac dealership and I go test drive one of them $120,000 Escalades, and I hear it clunking while I'm driving, I hear it. I hear the clunking. I'm like, man, this damn near brand new car. It shouldn't be making that noise.
But
I'm just like, I'm so enticed by all this new good smelling ass leather. You know, this big ass screen right here. I'm like, damn, it got the
touch screen dashboard
right here. You know what I'm saying? This shit is
Panameric
futuristic.
sunroof.
It's futuristic in here, but I can hear it clunking. And I go back to the dealership and I'm just like, man, those leather seats sure were soft. Man, let me get that. You know, and then the summertime come around and it break down on the highway. I ain't get sold a lemon. I'm a dumbass.
Yeah. Yep. 100%.
Because you knew what it was, Ox. It's not like you didn't know what it was. You knew what it was. You heard it.
You test drive a luxury vehicle and you hear it clunking during the test drive. If you bought it, you didn't get played.
Yeah. That's right.
Also, I mean, and if we're being honest about Luka, I think over the last 5 years, Luka's been in the top 10 in the league in minutes, including last year. This year, I think he was 3rd in the league in minutes. So Luka has played in the not just in the regular season, but in the playoffs. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to minimize Luka now for Luka to be a lemon no. Luka not only does Luka play, he plays in the playoffs and he gets busy. So I'm not going to this to your point about Anthony Edwards and those rebounds. This is an anomaly. This isn't who Luka is. Luka normally plays in the playoffs and he gets busy. That's who he
Yeah.
is. So I'm not gonna.
But chill though. That might be the point though. That
Which
might
is?
be the reason why we need to start calling him Lemon Doncic. The point is, nah, just check me out though, Miles. Check me out. See, Pin got it. Lemon Doncic. Look, the reason why we might need to start calling him that, Pin, is because this is a luxury vehicle. Maybe this ain't meant to be on the freeway driving up and down the I-5. Driving down Interstate 10 back and forth. Maybe Luka don't got Bron type of mileage. He don't got Steph Curry type mileage.
You think Luka?
Y'all know y'all.
Luka's supposed to have the Kawhi treatment?
No,
Probably, maybe,
no.
maybe.
No,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna tell you why not, because he only played 64 this year anyway and still couldn't play in the playoffs.
But-
so no, it's got to be a luck thing. I'm gonna tell you the difference right now. The difference between them older cars and these new ass cars. My first car was a 79 Seville, a Cadillac. When one of those have issues, it's 2-3 screws, 2-3 bolts. You get up under there, zoop zoop, take it out, zoop zoop, right back. Nowadays, you get a Cadillac and it mess up. You gotta take it in. You gotta reboot the whole computer. You gotta do they're driving around these computers. These new futuristic ass kids, they get one little strain, and you gotta send them out to Europe. Gotta get blood transfusions and all types of shit. But you know what I'm saying? But them LeBron James old schools, man, sit down for a second, man. You be all right. Boom, boom, boom. I'm back. Let's get it.
Now, Ron.
Yeah, Luka the Lemon. Absolutely.
Now, Ron, you made an interesting point that Luka is probably an Escalade that shouldn't be on I-5 and standing on the gas. Ron, that's an easy fix. And the reason why that's an easy fix is because I don't have to use my Escalade, because it sounds like what you're telling me is I'm using my Escalade like a Ferrari. How about I just go get a Ferrari? And I just use my Escalade like I use my Escalade. I say that to say, Ron, that our play style may need to change, and that's
not it, chill.
Because if I'm running this dude up and down the floor like this, it's obviously not conducive to his long-term health. To your point, so maybe I got to get a Ferrari out here. Maybe I got to get a Porsche 911 out here to run with this Escalade and use the Escalade when it's necessary on the city streets, right? In the rain. So put Luka in spaces like play him on the box more. Get Luka to push the ball. Get Luka to push the ball up the floor by passing instead of Luka running. Get Luka to just advance the ball a little bit more, as opposed to him, to your point, getting on the freeway and standing on the gas in his Escalade, because it ain't gonna hold up. In fact, Ron, to your point, it ain't designed to run like that. That's not the way it's put together.
You know,
Chill.
I said, the Lakers ain't going to win a championship for the next 10 years. The Dallas
12,
Mavericks.
actually.
Did I say 12? My bad.
12.
12. Okay. I don't think the Dallas Mavericks going to win a championship for the next 100 years.
You're lying.
Oh no,
You
hey,
serious?
Cooper
serious?
Flag like that.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, cool.
Cooper Flag. They could draft Cooper Flag Jr. They could draft Cooper Flag the third in 60 years. They ain't winning a championship.
No, I think
What
they
that
will,
team
man. I think they will.
did to Luka on the way out. Number one, you're too cheap to pay him. You don't want to pay him. Whatever. You want to trade him. Miriam Adelson and her son Patrick Dumont, and respect to Masai Ujiri.
For the next 100 years. Absolutely.
Bullshit too.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying they're cursed. They're just stupid. And frankly,
they got off a lemon.
First of all, my girl gonna kill me for this because this was our last lemon, and now she got. I want to put it back in my fridge, and she gonna be like, "Why the hell you write Luka on my damn lemon?" But
you can still use it.
Right?
I mean, you can, but I think it's insane how well their PR smear campaign on Luka worked. Because suddenly after that, people just started talking about him like he's Joel Embiid. Bro, he played 64 games this year. That's pretty normal for a star player. Okay, 64 to 70 is pretty normal for a star player. We're acting like the guy
zero
broke
playoff
down.
Games. He did break down. Literally, that's what.
Okay,
that's
so if he decides to miss 15
that's
games
exactly
in the
what
middle of the
happened. He
season,
broke
you're
down.
not making the playoffs in the West.
If you do what in the
Zero
middle of the
playoff
season?
games. So he carried pretty hard.
LeBron
be
played
honest.
60 games, so he carried.
I mean, let's
So
not.
Luka, when he showed
let's
up,
not
And then
compare.
LeBron played LeBron. So actually, overall, so Luka played 64, Bron played 60, and then played 11 playoff games. So Bron played more than Luka this year, right?
He did.
He played fewer minutes though.
So who carried?
But
my
Penn,
gosh.
that's
Who
the
carried?
initial point I was making though. When Chill said, "All right, maybe we treat him like a luxury vehicle and we don't have him on the freeway doing all those miles and stuff like that." Luka Doncic is going to play minutes because Luka Doncic, that's just the type of person he is. Luka's not going to be healthy or good to go and want to only play like Jalen Duren this year, 29 minutes a game. Luka's going to want to play. He's going to get mad when he gets subbed out. He's going to play high minutes. He's going to be one of the people that leads the league in minutes if he's healthy. That's not conducive for Luka being healthy at the end of the year. Maybe Luka needs to lower his minutes. Maybe Luka needs to low manage a little bit.
He was playing.
He needs to do
earlier this
Kawhi
year.
Leonard. He needs to do Kawhi Leonard thing. He needs to be in the Kawhi Leonard treatment. That's just how it's got to be. He's still got to hit the 65-minute threshold, but
He doesn't have a
he's not good
degenerative
enough.
knee issue.
No, he
why
doesn't.
does he have to? Why does he have?
Got
to
a degenerative body issue.
He's got something wrong.
But this is
Something's
what I'm
wrong.
saying. Like, when they traded him, they needed to smear him because they needed to explain this stupid ass trade, which they completely lost. And they said that he was overweight and he was 270 pounds, and they lied on his name, and they said that he wasn't serious and all this shit after he just carried them.
How
to
you
the
know that's a
finals.
lie, Penn? I'm
He's not-
just curious. I'm just curious to know how much time you spent in the Dallas area with Luka Doncic to know if this was true or not.
Did you think
Why
Luka
am
was
I
overrated?
why am I
in
surprised
Dallas?
that you be up here capping for billionaires? Why am I surprised?
What does this got to do? No, see,
Anti-player
don't do
again.
that, Ron. Because you see what he just tried to do. Realize you're getting absolutely fucking bodied because you always say shit you have no idea about, and now you want to try to flip it. Oh, you capping for billionaires. Stay on track. How do you know the shit that you don't know?
The same way that you stood here. And
Oh
said,
yeah, okay. You just
Kawhi
answered the
Leonard.
question. It's okay.
Kawhi Leonard.
But so what
definitely
is Kawhi
didn't do
Leonard?
this,
What does
and
Kawhi Leonard have to
definitely
do
didn't
with
do
this?
that.
What does Kawhi Leonard have to do? I no wait. I didn't say he didn't do that. What I said was that this is a Steve Ballmer issue. I didn't say he planted no trees. I don't give a damn if the brother planted trees or not.
Bro,
what I'm
I don't-
saying is with all the other shit, it's a Steve Ballmer issue. You know what
Well,
I'm saying? I
here's the
didn't say
thing.
the brother didn't do it. I just said he was innocent. There's a difference. There's a difference.
I was told that Luka Doncic doesn't care about defense. Luka Doncic don't care about this. Luka Doncic is unprofessional.
Do you think he
Luka
does care about defense? Do you think Luka cares about defense?
Sure, I just think that he's severely limited on that end. He's not going to be Kawhi Leonard and Victor Wembanyama, but I don't think he completely doesn't care about defense. I mean, he's not a great defender, but that's okay. He's one of the best offensive players in the NBA. But the way
So
that
it's
they
okay.
talk
So
about
it's okay to not be good at defense.
And I want to
is
say
it okay to
that
not be good
smear
at shooting? Is
campaign.
it good to be not okay at passing? People got different strengths and weaknesses.
It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay that Rudy Gobert can't shoot. Is Rudy Gobert a great defender? Yes, but at the same time, we're still always going to come at Rudy Gobert for not being able to shoot.
But
We're always
Rudy
going to
Gobert
talk
still
about.
makes
We're always going to talk
the
about back in the
contract.
day. We're always going to talk about back in the day how Shaq should have been able to shoot. No matter how much stats Shaq put up, no matter what he did, we're always going to say Shaq should have been able to make free throws. We're always going to say that, no matter what.
Damn them free
So it's
throws.
like, for me,
Those
it's like,
was a monster.
I understand Luka can't play defense, but Luka should be able to play defense. He's an NBA player that gets paid $30, $45 million.
I mean, he tried to
Yeah.
play
He's better
defense.
play
You watch him this year. He tried to play defense. He tried to play two-way, and he tried to silence the critics. He came in great shape, and we got Ox up here saying, and we got Ox and Ron up here saying he's a lemon and he don't play defense and he's this and that. The man did not even play.
Whoa. I didn't say anything about defense. In fact, if you check the tape, I was actually on the whole other side of that, because what I was trying to say before you got all upset and got your panties in a bunch was that smear campaign they did down there in Dallas actually had the opposite effect on me. That actually made me actually start showing Luka Doncic more love, and everybody saw it. Everybody was up here. Everybody was like, "Oh, actually, you're a Luka fan now." It's not so much I was a Luka fan. It was just that I saw what happened when Luka went back to Dallas. I saw the look in his eyes. I saw the tears in his eyes. I was like, yeah, something ain't right. And then when I saw how the guy on Good Morning America asked him, did you take a Zempic?
So we just
and Luka
lying now. Okay.
No, that's what happened. No, he's not lying.
No.
That's exactly what happened.
What you say?
When
that's
we
not what
got
happened.
up, when we got up on this show the day after that trade, I told you that the Lakers
Okay.
had just
Anyways,
made a great
I
trade.
don't know what you. I don't. Let me.
You don't care what
whatever.
happened. You just care how you feel.
Because what happened was I had that smear campaign had the reverse effect on me as far as it made me actually look deeper at what Luka Doncic was becoming, because I also said what makes a man is adversity.
Did you
know
come
what I'm
up here
saying?
and say that
Hold on,
Mavericks
Pin. I'm not
could have
answering.
won the trade?
I'm not. That's
Were you the
irrelevant.
one person
That's
saying
irrelevant to what I'm saying.
Because Anthony
I
Davis
don't
is so
look.
great
I'm
a
not
defender
up here to go
Okay.
back and forth with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not up here to go back
Okay.
and forth with you. I'm up here to talk about what's real, what's fake, and what's actually going on. You know what I'm saying? So just sit back for a second.
What's real?
So
You
just
said
sit
it.
back for a second, and every because it's on tape. You know what I'm saying? It's on tape. When
It
I
is on
saw
tape.
the look in his eyes, and I saw how he responded to the dude asking if he was taking Ozempic and shit like that, and I realized what was that tournament? That Euro tournament that they played in.
The Eurobasket
tournament, and I saw how he was competing on the defensive end. I was showing Luka major love all summer. I saw Luka Doncic's major love all year. In fact, and I also want to say the only pushback I was having this episode about Luka was because I don't see how LeBron James is the issue.
100%. Me neither.
You know what I mean? I don't see how Bron is the issue. I feel like I just laid it out. LeBron played more games than Luka this year. So if anybody got to go, well, it should be Austin Reeves. But if between them two, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I just think that the people in Los Angeles, and I don't mean the fans in Los Angeles, I'm talking about the brass, I'm talking about the suits. I just think that I think that they want to go in another direction. I don't think it's smart, to be honest with you, but I do think that they, as an organization, I just feel like they out of the James business. I think that they want to move in a different direction, even though James has been ridiculously productive with them. And I think that the price tag, because he's at the age that he's at, I think that the price tag for them is still too high, when in reality, you getting back the 40, 35 million, you getting that back times 10 if you still have him on your roster, just off you guys being on TV as much as you're on TV.
And ticket sales, all that, yeah.
And not just ticket sales and advertisement, you're going to make that money back. So it's going to make sense to pay him. And like I said, Miles, don't think just because I'm 41 years old that I'm coming back here, and when you hear the word discount, I'm playing for a little bit of money. I'm not playing for a little bit of money.
No.
I'm not playing for 50 million. I'm not saying that, but I ain't playing for no little bit of money. So don't put no $25 million contract in front of me. Get that shit out of here.
He just got to go home. Just go back to
but people don't realize, and people have to think about it. People have to think about it this way. LeBron James is a billionaire playing basketball. A billionaire. If I'm a billionaire playing basketball, it's going to be worth my while. You're going to have to pay me a lot of money.
Capping for billionaires.
It's the truth. He a billionaire playing ball, bro. It's like, if I'm a billionaire and I'm out here, y'all better pay me. I'm not wasting my time. Like, I have to get paid at least $30 million, like minimum. I know that I'm going to bring crazy value to your team. I know I'm going to go out there and I'm perform every day. I know all these people in the fans going to be wearing my jerseys. Like, at the end of the day, I know who I am. And he's probably going to get a farewell tour. I don't know when. I know he doesn't want one, but end of the day, it's going to happen.
Which is going to be way more in terms of dough, more in terms of dough than that dough that you paid me. Way more.
He needs to do that in Cleveland. He needs to go back. He needs to go back home. He needs to go back to Ohio.
I agree.
Retire with the Cavaliers and do that over there.
So Miles, if you're a billionaire, what is the difference between 30 million and 40 million to you at this point, other than ego and pride?
$10 million.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It is ego and pride, but at the same time, I've earned it. I've earned this. I
understand that.
I'm the one that put the NBA on my back for the last 10 years. I earned this. I deserve this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta. It is what it is. I'm LeBron James. I am the NBA. Like, let's be real.
And as long as he's here, he's gonna be.
Yeah, let's be real.
And as long as he's here, he's gonna be the NBA.
You don't think LeBron's the NBA?
Yes, he is.
No, I don't.
Yes, he is, man. I can tell you who is
not the NBA.
I can tell you who is not. And we know who it's not. Yes.
Okay.
No, it is not. No. But I can tell you who it is. It's James. He's box office. There's only a few guys in the league who are box office. Guys that you turn the TV on just to see them. And you're not necessarily watching the game. You just want to see them. You're
Yo,
not
Pin,
necessarily
that's
paying
what's
attention.
up. That's what's up right now.
I'll tell
You're
you
not
this,
paying
Pin,
attention
Pin,
to
Pin,
the
I'll tell you
game.
this, Pin.
You're just paying attention to them.
Pin, I'll tell you
James
this.
is one of those guys.
I went to the game super early yesterday, and I got there like 6:15. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was warming up. Couple people out there recording. LeBron just walks on the court. Every single person is running down to the court to videotape LeBron. And you're telling me he's not the guy, he's not the NBA? We're talking about the MVP is out here warming up. Nobody really cares. LeBron runs out. He hasn't even got a basketball yet.
Where was the game played?
In Los Angeles. That's the point, Penn.
Okay, cool.
That's the point, Penn.
Okay.
That's exactly the point. And to Miles's point,
So
don't
you're
leave out.
telling me if it was an OKC,
Carrying the
same
NBA
result,
for the
Penn?
last 10
You're
years.
telling me-
What are we
Penn, you're telling-
doing here?
Penn.
Giannis didn't do shit. Wemby don't do shit. Luka don't do shit.
That's not what that. That's not what that means, Penn.
He
That's
is
not
the
what that
NBA.
means.
It's a pretty self-sustaining statement.
That's not what that means.
Penn.
Penn.
Okay,
Come
this is how
on,
we get
bro.
to the bottom of this really quickly. Penn,
Mm-hmm.
when COVID broke out, if James says, I ain't playing in the bubble, are we playing in the bubble?
Yeah, it was
No.
6 years ago, Joe.
If once again, but hold on, Miles. Stay right here, Miles. Stay right
They're
here.
not. Yeah.
If Luka said we ain't playing in the bubble, are we playing in the bubble?
Once
Yes.
again, 6 years ago.
Why are you saying 6 years ago?
Because this is
That's
we're
how
talking
long-
about
Because we're in 2026, and
we're
I'm
talking about
tracking by
Giannis,
6.
right? We're talking about Giannis, right? We're talking about Giannis. We're talking about Luka. We're talking about Jason Tatum.
Joe,
we're
what
talking
did I-
about Jaylen
what did I
Brown. We're
tell
talking
you
about
before
Steph
the All-Star
Curry.
game?
We're talking about all these because I don't know if you noticed, but Steph Curry decided. No, Steph Curry was hurt, but there were guys who opted out of playing in the bubble. There were
Mhm.
guys, but it still went on. And you want to know why it went on? Because James was like, "We playing."
Exactly.
If James was like, "I ain't playing," it would have got shut down.
So, are we going to say that Kobe Bryant was the NBA in 2013 or 2014 because he had a similar position in the NBA where guys listened to him and he's a legend?
Did you
And
fight that?
no, Kobe Bryant was not the NBA in 2014. No, he was not.
Okay, well,
LeBron James existed.
Are we
Okay.
saying that? Are you using Kobe Bryant, just the same dude who tore his Achilles, tore his shoulder, was in and out of the lineup, hardly playing. Meanwhile, James at 37, 38, 39, 40 years old, still playing at an all-pro, first team, second team level. Are you comparing these two dudes? Because they're not the same at that age.
Exactly.
I just don't understand the look. I understand like that he means a lot to a lot of people. I get that, right? But to act like I don't know why y'all do this. The guy played yesterday. Instead of talking about how he played in this series, we're talking about how he's an all-pro, and we're talking about how Luka Doncic let him down. Like this is the kind of shit.
He
that
played good in this
fuck with
series.
you guys.
He might
He
have been the
played
best
great
player
in this series. What are you
series.
talking about?
Yeah, he might have been the
LeBron
best player
played
in the
great.
series.
He's 41 years old and average.
Was
over
this the
20
worst
points a game in this
playoffs?
series.
Was this the worst playoffs he's
See,
ever had?
you're comparing this to his old self. We're talking about what he did in the series. That's what you just said, right? LeBron played good in this series.
Exactly.
He was the Lakers' best player.
He wasn't worse in the series than he was in Phoenix in 21. He wasn't worse.
I'm saying in a totality. I'm talking like the total playoff run. If you look at a
Yes, he
sum
wasn't
total,
worse in
this is-
21. He wasn't worse in this playoffs than he was in 21 when he lost to Phoenix.
Did he not average the most points and assists for his team throughout the entire playoffs?
Sure.
Am I tripping? Okay.
No, you're
So
not
how
right.
is that not good for a 40? He's 41, bro.
I'm not even
Man,
I'm not even on the age thing. Let's get up because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to
Come
get
on,
away
bro.
because I can't keep using that, right? I can't
For
keep
sure,
saying
for sure.
because the reason why I can't keep using that is because I could use it when he's 37, when he's 38. Yo, the dude is at this age. I can't keep using that because we got the same thing going on year after year. So I got to get off of that, right? As a player, him playing at the level that he's playing, being the best player on this group, a playoff team, and being around for as long as he's been around, who is more relevant in the NBA than him today?
Who? Other than maybe Steph Curry. Who else?
Still not even Steph.
I don't
Who
think
else, man?
there is
Like
anybody. I
today,
don't.
who is more relevant?
In
You're asking
who
about
else,
today.
Pin?
In May
Today,
of
When I'm
Pin,
right,
who else?
okay. So let me ask you a question. If you write a book about the 2025-2026 season, he's on the cover?
He's
Are
in
you
the
kidding me right now?
He 100% is in the first
He's
chapter.
definitely on the cover. He's one of the people on the cover. Yes.
One of
Let's
the
just say
people
for
on
the
the
sake of
cover.
argument, Miles, that he's not on the
He's
cover.
not on the cover.
But he's definitely in the
Why?
first chapter.
100%.
Why? Because you want him to be on the cover?
No,
You can get a custom edition. You know, the 2K. You know, they do city editions where like
to answer your question, Penn, no,
you could have a custom book.
Cover.
I can draw a
on
picture of
cover.
LeBron for you.
But
Damn,
Penn,
I could put a lemon on it for you.
What I want to do, Penn, what I want to do is I want to stay on what you just got finished talking about.
This is Wemby's league,
We're talking about
Not yet.
We're talking about James.
Yes, it's his league right now.
It's going to be.
No, it is his league.
I agree with
Not
Penn on
yet,
that too,
man.
but I think it could be multiple people's leagues.
I think it's
like I don't think it is a band. Like it's literally a band. And here's the thing though, even it can still be a band and there be a face of that band. So like for instance, I just watched the Michael Jackson movie last night. Jackson 5 was Michael Jackson's band, but it was still a band. You know, like it's still always going to be multiple faces of the league, even though there might be one prominent face.
If there's 3 faces of the league right now that I'm putting on the cover, it's Jokic, Shea, Wemby.
Time out. So time out. You're giving Wemby this much push before winning a championship. I feel like Giannis didn't get this much love until he won a championship. Can Wemby win a championship first?
He wasn't.
Both of those guys you name except Luka have won a championship.
Before
Can he win a
yesterday.
championship?
Okay, bro, let's stop comparing apples and oranges here. Giannis wasn't this good when he was 21, 22. Let's start there. And let's end there, okay? You get a certain push when you get to be a wonderkind. And being a wonderkind means that people maybe project a lot of shit onto you that you're never going to accomplish and will be disappointed when that time comes. But for now, we're talking about one of the greatest 22-year-olds of all time.
So with that argument,
41-year-old.
So with that argument, you're basically saying LeBron's been the face of the league since 2003. Because when he came in at 18, he was dominating, just like you're saying.
Since 2006, LeBron has been a face of the league. I'm not going to say he's been the face of the league, but since 2006, LeBron has been a face of the league, and he still is a face of the league. And Miles, that's why when you said 10 years, I made the face that I made. It's been 20 years that LeBron has been a face of the league.
Yeah, because Ben said at age 22, you know, when the Cavs went to the finals in 2007, James was 22. And I vividly remember Tim Duncan saying, when this is going to be your league. It ain't your league yet, but it's going to be your league. And it became his league. Just like I think it's going to be Wemby's league. At some point.
Not yet.
Bron, I've already resigned myself. If I could get a decade out of him, I'm straight. If I could get a decade out of Wemby, I'm good. That's all I want.
Yo, fellas, I want to loop Drench into the conversation. What's good, Drench?
Shit.
What's good?
Man, I can barely fucking hear you. That shit pissing me off. Good.
Can you hear us now? No, you can't hear.
Barely shit. I'm about to kick somebody's ass, chill.
Uh-oh. See what y'all done
Hey,
did?
Drench, what's
saying the NBA was Michael Jordan's league when he was with the Wizards. No, it wasn't.
Bro,
it was more
harder thing. It's not the same thing.
Why am I reaching?
It's not even close to the same thing. It's literally just not.
Jordan wasn't a top 10 player at that time.
In 2002, 2003, Michael Jordan was a top 10 player in the NBA, Ben?
Was not a top 10 player.
No, he is not.
No, I said
that's what he said, Chill. He said he's not.
You're correct. Okay.
So I'm saying it wasn't his league.
It's completely different. It's completely different. One made the playoffs. One balled in the playoffs. One played at an all NBA level.
One was the best player on his team. What are we doing here?
One made the playoffs.
Oh my God! You make
one balled in the
playoffs.
One made the playoffs. One balled in the playoffs. One played at an All NBA level. Last year, LeBron was arguably a first team All NBA player. So like it's completely different.
What are we doing here?
It's complete.
And so was Grant Hill in 1998, and he only played 6 games, man.
And Grant Hill was amazing in 1998.
No, he wasn't. He was hurt almost the whole season.
He was amazing when he played.
The point is, Penn, is James.
You don't get to be 41 and be the face of the league, Chill.
That's still going on.
LeBron clearly is the face of the league. Like, I don't know what the fuck we arguing. LeBron is clearly the face of the league, bro. Like, clearly. It's not even close. Like, bro, you make content. We all up here make content. LeBron has the most fucking content. And he's 41. like he's clearly the face of the league. This league needs LeBron, regardless.
It's gonna be a sad day when he leaves. It's not gonna be a good day.
Yeah, 100%. I don't
Who's
even know why we even
who is the
arguing
top
it.
selling jersey? Hold up. Who was the top selling jersey seller this year?
Who was the top selling?
What
Steph
does that have
Curry.
to do with anything?
Steph Curry. Who was number
Okay.
2? Luka.
what?
Who was number 3?
So
Jalen
what?
Brunson. Who was number 4? Victor
Because they've
Wembanyama.
been fucking buying Bron jerseys for 25 years. What the fuck do they need to keep buying his jersey for? It's been
And they ain't
25
they ain't been
years.
buying Steph Curry
Fuck, what
jerseys.
am I going to get a 15th LeBron jersey?
I'm sorry. Steph
Like,
Curry's played for
the
the
fuck?
Warriors a lot longer than LeBron
Nobody
has played for
cares.
the Lakers. You're missing the point. Steph Curry, if you want to talk about a face of the league, Steph Curry's closer right now than LeBron. Let's start there.
Bro,
Okay.
everybody
And
got
neither
a
one of
Bron
them are the face of
jersey
the league.
already, bro. That's because
I don't get why y'all
everybody already
wanna
has a
pretend
Bron
like
jersey.
some shit is happening when
Drench,
it's not
he's-
happening. It's not
Drench,
happening.
Wait a minute though,
What the
Drench.
fuck
He's
you
not.
bring that up for,
Wait,
then?
Drench,
Bring
stay
that
right
up
there.
for, then.
So Penn,
Face
you
of the league?
just told us. Penn, you just told us. So who had the number 1 selling jersey in the NBA?
Steph
this year?
Curry,
Who had the number 2 selling jersey?
Luka,
Who had the number 3 selling jersey?
Jalen Brunson,
Who had the number 4 selling jersey?
Victor Wembanyama,
And keep going. Who had the number 5 selling jersey?
LeBron.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go. There he
So?
is.
Over Shea,
There we
over
go.
Jokic, who you said would be on the cover. You said Shea Jokic would be on the
Exactly.
cover.
There we go.
Exactly.
I mean, they're all top 10.
oh,
I'm-
my
but
God.
that-
shit and
but-
then say
yeah.
that don't mean you the face of the league.
Instead of saying we right,
I told you if I wrote a book about this season, he wouldn't be the first face on it, the second face on it, the third face on it. Apparently, jersey sales agree. There you go.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I mean, but
So
then
wait,
if that's the point, then if that's the point, Shea and Jokic wouldn't be up there.
You think Jalen Brunson deserves to be up there as one of the faces of the league?
I mean, he plays in
Exactly,
the biggest market in the NBA, so sure, why not? He's a young star. He is an MVP.
If you wrote a book without LeBron in it, that shit ain't selling 3 copies.
Exactly.
I'm saying he
Well,
ain't
then,
the first chapter, the second chapter. He ain't the book.
But Penn, what I want to do, Penn, I want to
What
rewind
you doing?
it.
How do you
No,
get to be the second best player on your own team, and you are the face of the league?
Because
You-
I've been so
name me another
Wait,
face of the
but you-
league that was the
you-
second best
you
player
go
on their
with
own
the-
team. Are you kidding me right now?
You go with the
You ain't
jersey
never doing that
argument.
for nobody.
Do you know why
Bryant was
LeBron
when he
James
was
jersey
Shaq.
sales aren't? Do you know why LeBron James jersey sales aren't that high right now?
Let me guess, because he's played
Because
for the Lakers for 8
everybody
years.
already has the fucking jersey.
Then why are Steph Curry's number
You know what
one?
I'm saying? Everybody already has the
Why is
jersey.
Steph number one?
Why is Steph's number 1? Because everybody don't got Steph's jersey. Everybody got Bron's jerseys.
Oh my goodness.
All right, fellas, we're going to keep it pushing by way of a super chat from a Hall of Famer named Teddy Hart. Teddy Hart sent $25.25. I like that domination. Teddy said, for the remainder of Luka's prime, do any of y'all see any inkling of a path that'll put LA on the level of OKC or the San Antonio Spurs in the next half decade? If not, what's the smart way to move forward? Either rebuild or welcome to mid-purgatory. Drench, I want you to kind of spearhead this conversation. We haven't heard from you on this topic. Do you think it's any way that in Luka's prime that the Lakers can be on OKC or San Antonio's
I was
level?
listening to y'all. There's no way. It's no way in hell you can give Austin Reeves a damn max contract. It's not possible you can give Austin Reeves a max contract. If I'm the Lakers, Austin Reeves is a good talent, but you're gonna fall into the same thing. Like, you know, how AJ Mitchell contract is gonna come up. You know, he's overplaying his contract. Somebody's gonna want to try to give him a max too. That's gonna be an issue. Those type of players are good players, not max players. I wouldn't give Austin Reeves. I would give AJ Mitchell the max before I give Austin Reeves the max. Number one.
I'm really not
but-
mad at that.
I know the hype around AR-15 and all of this shit, how he come from a two-way and all of this stuff, and all of this stuff. But at the same time, Austin Reeves is really, at best, a third option when you really get in the thick and thin of the shit. It's cute in the regular season when he can score 30 and 40. It's not as cute when a motherfucker lock his ass up in the playoffs. Like, and I don't know why people kept hyping that shit up when I was just like, good player, not the type of player y'all think he is. A, he can't defend for shit. He might be a worse defender than Luka. B, he don't have like a go-to like superficial offensive game. Every game we hoping for him to get 30. That's what we doing. We hoping for him to be able to have a spark on offense and help our team win. That's not that's not conducive to the big names in the league that like the Anthony Edwards. He's not even close to that shit. He's not close to an Anthony Edwards. He's not close to a Donovan Mitchell. He's not close to none of these guys. So it's just like, why waste your time with that? If I'm the Lakers, deleting all the roster, sure, I'll fuck around. I'll keep Luka. I keep some defenders around him. But I'm really trying to get a Giannis to pull up. I'm really trying to get a Joker to pull up. I'm trying to get somebody to pull up. That's the bottom line.
I always felt like if we could take you out the series, you lessen your value. And he's proven that he can be taken out of a series. Like not taken out of a game. Like we can neutralize you.
Show.
And with my my starting two guard, who is my bucket getter, one of my primary bucket getters, if not my bucket getter, when you neutralizing him, that means that the stuff that we got, the other stuff that we got going on, that's not as good as this, we got to go to that even more. And that's not going to work.
Show this is back-to-back years that he sucked in the playoffs.
Yes. Now,
he did, however, have a good 2022, 2023, 2023, 2024. He was actually pretty good in the playoffs. But the last 2 years, he's been terrible.
Yes. And you can use the logic from last year, Penn, that, he was injured. Sure. Even though I had said before the playoffs started that I thought that he could be taken out of the series off the strength of what Drent said, where, make him a defender. Get him into action, keep him in action, continuously go after him. Chase him off screens, make him a ball handler, make him a downhill guy. With that being said, a guy like Austin Reaves, to your point, Drench, I mean, AJ Mitchell, he on the books for 2.8. And that 2.8 goes down next year. I mean, that $3 million this year goes down to 2.8 next year and then stays at 2.8. And it's a team option. So they got him for a bucket of extra crispy and a six.
You ain't going nowhere.
Hell no, Ron.
don't even think about it.
Nowhere.
You stay right there.
Nowhere, right? But Austin Reaves, on the other hand, this is why the conversation that we were having earlier, Penn, about contract extensions, you got to get in or get out quicker. Otherwise, you're going to be left holding the bag. That's why last year was the time. If you were going to do something with Austin Reaves, that would have been the time to do it. Because now we're in a space where we could lose him for nothing. And that's
all right, fellas.
How many years?
Fellas, right quick. I don't want to circle back around to this conversation. We've been talking about Austin Reaves for damn near an hour or damn near 2 hours. I want to move forward with the next couple super chats. The next one is from JT. JT said, never forget, April 29, 2026, Ron, I got Bron in 6 against OKC.
Ron didn't say that.
Yeah, I definitely didn't say it. And that's not how you spell my name, so I don't know what you're talking about. Different Ron.
How many years does AJ have on that?
2 more years. The last year is the team option. And ain't no way unless he gets injured or something like that, or some bullshit happens, Ron, they ain't letting him walk out the front door. Hell no.
The next super chat is from I Talk, You Listen. Said Luka was hurt in the Dallas playoff run. Cool. They made the finals, but he was hurt. He was hurt last year versus Minnesota and hurt this year. Don't forget about 2022 when he missed the first round. That's 3 playoffs in a row. So yeah, Luka's Luka's injuries is a problem.
Y'all wasn't saying that Luka was hurt when he was frying Rudy Gobert in one-on-ones. Y'all wasn't saying that. Y'all had nothing to say about Luka being hurt then. Y'all wasn't saying nothing about Luka being hurt in 22 when he was going after Andrew Wiggins in the Western Conference Finals. Y'all didn't say a word about that. Not one word about that.
That's all I heard. That's how his knees bleeding. His knees bleeding through the pad.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah. They would do those zoom ins.
They would
do those zoom ins on his knees and all that.
Every playoffs, he's hurt.
What was he hurt? What was wrong with him?
Look, he had a boo boo.
They just kept saying his knees were bleeding. They just kept saying his knees were bleeding.
But they were trying. They were saying every single time. Look how he's fighting through injury. He's hurt. That's all that he's always hurt. Always.
It's always something. But I feel like at the same time, you look at it, I mean, every player in the playoffs, to some degree, is playing with an injury. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, injuries are avoidable. You guys are playing at the highest level. Look at Anthony Edwards, what he just did to his knee in the last series. Look at Victor Wembanyama, just got hurt in the last series too. All these players are getting injured. It's just you got to play through it. That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? And Luka Doncic has played through it, but there's some things you can't play through. And, you know, that those hamstring injuries have really hurt Luka. This is not the first time the hamstring's been injured, so. Something's got to change with Luka Doncic. Let's be real.
All right, I got $10 from Christogonus. Christogonus said that no one is coming to LA to play with ball hog ass Luka. Lakers should be content with stat pad ass Luka. I think the Mavs with Cooper Flag is a more attractive destination than Luka and less tax.
We've already clarified neither one of these teams are relevant in the Western Conference.
Penn, what do you think about Dallas's new hire, the president of basketball operations?
Masai Ujiri?
Yeah.
I love Masai, but it's not going to work.
You still don't believe in him, even with him?
Nope.
Why is it not going to work, man?
Ownership sucks. When your ownership sucks, there's only so much that a president and a general manager can do. Also, I don't like his GM hire, Mike Schmidt. I don't like it.
Okay, so first of all, Penn, let's rewind. So I'm not taking this job with the Dallas Mavericks unless I have some power. So as much as you talk about ownership sucks, okay, I'm taking this job and you got to trust what I'm doing. Because remember, I only answer to the check signers. I don't answer to nobody else, right? Nobody else here tells me what to do except the people that sign in the checks. That's it. I say that to say, if he's taking that job in Dallas, they've probably given him carte blanche to do what he wants.
100%.
There's no way in hell they give him carte blanche.
You don't think so?
Oh, absolutely. Otherwise, why is
he won a championship in Toronto and he still didn't have carte blanche here? And he wanted more. He wanted more money.
And that's why he went to Dallas. I got a resume. This is what I've done. This is what I've built. And we think you could do that with us. Okay, if you want me to come to your organization and do that for you, this is what 100%. I need. This is the kind of control that I need in order for this to happen.
I've met Masai Ujiri, so I got to separate my personal admiration for the man with the professional track record.
Sure.
This is a man who came into Toronto with a roster that featured a lot of issues created by Brian Colangelo, but also a gem that was inherited by Brian Colangelo, that was Kyle Lowry. He almost immediately tried to trade Kyle Lowry. Now, because the Knicks balked at that, he then dumped Rudy Gay, and he tried to tank. Except that didn't go right. And they accidentally made the playoffs because DeMar and Kyle were so mad at him for trying to trade him. And they basically said, fuck this guy. We're just going to make the playoffs. And we
they did it in spite of him is basically what you're saying.
Basically, yes, that. And he was trying to trade Kyle Lowry to the so basically the deal was, I don't know how many people know this. He tried to trade Kyle Lowry to the Knicks for Metta World Peace, Iman Shumpert, and I think a couple draft picks. But because he had made a previous trade, the Raptors made a previous trade with the Knicks, which was Andrea Bargnani, and they got fleeced in that trade. The owner of the Knicks, James Dolan, decided, I ain't getting fleeced twice by the same guy. This guy always fleeces me, so he reneged on the trade. And so the trade was dead in water. My point is, for years, Masai kept peddling around the same. Now, he did a great job as a scout, and he's always been a great scout. But you got to do more than scouting to win in the Western Conference right now.
Sure.
With OKC, like, again, I always say it. You could be great at a time, but then people learn from what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
And,
y'all know
he had some great ideas.
We can't take Penn opinion on this. Everybody that leaves the Raptors, shit, he just fucking just shit on them every time. We can't take his opinion.
Yeah, I've been shitting on OG Anunoby and Kawhi Leonard.
You can't do good with breakups,
time, right?
Yeah, you would.
Why do y'all like act like you know me?
Penn, I want to get back to your point because you were going. Can we get back to what you were saying, Penn?
Well, I mean, Drench, have I been talking shit about OG Anunoby?
I'm pretty sure you probably have in the future. You probably have in the future. That's probably. I mean, you probably have in the past. You probably have in the past.
About OG Anunoby.
You probably have in the past. I'm pretty sure you have. You talk shit about everybody that lead a Raptors.
But Penn, you brought up an interesting point. It's not even
true. Like, you just bullshitting. Like, you just full of shit. No, like, your Wi-Fi finally works and you come up here and talk shit. Okay.
Now you mad. Y'all supposed to give a shit because you mad.
No, you trying to character assassinate up here. You don't even making a point. I'm up here supporting Norman Powell. I'm supporting Norman Powell.
You smoking from the ears, brother. It's
Penn,
okay.
You brought up an interesting point about a jury. You brought up an interesting point about a jury now being the president of basketball operations.
Chill. So he was the one guy who didn't want to trade for Kawhi.
Right.
Bobby Webster got that shit pushed through. He told DeMar, I don't think we're doing this trade. It was Bobby Webster and his contact with the San Antonio Spurs that got that deal pushed through in the 11th hour. And he was up here sitting here. I don't want to trade DeMar DeRozan. He's like a son to me. I don't want to fire Dwayne Casey. He's like a father to me. I don't want to trade Pascal Siakam because, oh my God, he means so much to me. Look, man, this is an emotional man. Sure. And he's you. And look, I've always supported Masai Ujiri because of Giants of Africa and because of Basketball Without Borders. Yeah. Like, that's my big application.
That nigga won a championship.
But Penn,
he didn't win it by himself. He didn't win it by himself.
But Penn, I think you make an interesting point about Penn. I think you make an interesting point about him not wanting to do that. But that's why, especially as an executive, smart executive, this is in business, and anybody who's in business knows this. You hire people who are smarter than you.
100%.
Sure,
that's why you do that. So he's got the general manager in. He's got the general manager in Dallas because that general manager is going to talk him into things that we should do that he won't want to do.
I don't trust that general manager.
Which I do.
That same general manager is the guy that Hanson Yang got drafted to the Portland Trailblazers at 16th. Mike Schmidt. I've been listening to this guy's draft reports for years.
I think that that's a bit.
That was his pick.
Because, that was right, his pick. And everybody gets it wrong because your man in Oklahoma City.
Chill. It's different between getting it wrong where the guy was supposed to go 20th and you picked him at 16th. It's different when you get the guy that was supposed to go 50th, you pick him 16th. And by the way, you picked him 16th over a lot of guys who were really good. You missed on Hugo Gonzalez. You missed on so many good players that were picked after that.
Hugo Gonzalez. Hold on. Who the fuck missed on Hugo Gonzalez? Nobody
a lot of people missed on Hugo.
Oh, they did.
Wait. Hanson Yang sold a shit ton of jerseys. So if you're talking about, you know what I'm saying?
And
he made a lot of money.
Like, what are we talking about? Motherfuckers just be saying any damn thing. We missed on Hugo
in the middle of a clown sandwich right here.
What's the general manager's name?
In the middle of
Can I get a clown sandwich combo? I want like a large clown sandwich combo.
But here's the thing, though, Penn. Sam Presti.
We missed on Hugo Gonzalez.
As much as the jury, to your point, has missed on picks. I mean, he's got a lot of them right. Like he's got a lot of
good old clown sandwich.
And just like him getting a lot of trades right, there's been plenty of general managers who've missed on trades, right? Let's be clear. Sam Presti did sign Gordon Hayward. That didn't go well. Sam Presti did sign Bismack Biyombo. Yeah, no, that didn't go well, right? So
he did sign Chris Paul.
Right. See, but he also got Chris Paul. So that went well. The point that I'm making is general managers miss. But the point of a general manager is to work with the president of basketball operations.
Sure, I watched the last 4 years for the Raptors. I've covered the Raptors for the last 4 years. This is one of the worst run organizations over the last 4 years. The only two things that they've really gotten right, in my opinion, are Scotty Barnes and Colin Murray-Boyles. That's it. They fucked up on the OG trade. They've messed up on the Pascal trade, dangling it too long. The Jakob Poeltl trade was an overpay. They've overpaid everybody. Now I understand. Look, Masai Ujiri said it in his introductory press conference that being a general manager in Toronto or being a president in Toronto is like basically doing this job on hard mode. And I get it. You got to pay a little bit more to play because guys don't want to come to Toronto. I get it. Who's coming to Dallas?
A lot of people, man. What? There's no income tax. What you talking about? There's no income tax.
It is definitely coming. It's also not a top 5 city.
Yes,
there's no income tax, bro. These players don't care. They're not paying no income tax.
Especially when Dallas is good.
Hold up. When you think about free agent destinations, let's be for real. What markets are you talking about? I'm talking about LA Lakers.
Okay.
I'm talking about
Kyrie came to Dallas, right?
New York Knicks.
Kyrie came to Dallas, right?
Miami Heat.
Yes, he did.
That's it.
How many times have you been to Dallas, though? How many times have you been to Dallas?
Right?
Me
personally, probably never been to Dallas.
Yes, you personally. Yes, you
I've been
personally.
to Dallas 0 times.
And I love Dallas.
Okay, so what are you talking about?
See what I'm talking about? You just like you asked. You do this.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Talk about shit you don't know about.
See, I don't want to
go to
No, it's not a free agent destination.
Go to DFW.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Tell me how you feel about Dallas. You don't know shit about what you're talking about.
First of all,
could you get me away from this clown sandwich, please?
Well, you factually are part of the clown sandwich. You might not be the middle of it.
I used to live in Arlington.
Amazing. So what's the population?
So what are you talking? You don't know.
See the Dallas metro area.
DFW is huge, bro. Hold on. Wait, real quick. DFW is huge. I believe it's like the 5th largest behind obviously LA, Chicago, New York, and then
Houston.
Houston.
Cool.
The Houston area. Dallas is 5th. Well, no, the Bay. I think. Either way, Dallas is huge.
So when you think about teams that players want to go play for as free agent destination markets, at what point do you go down the list and get to Dallas?
Dallas is up there now. They got
From-
Dallas is up there, bro.
Up there, though.
They got a team, man.
First of all, do you know a lot of NFL players, a lot of NBA players, a lot of pro players live in Dallas in the offseason.
Cool.
And they always
wouldn't know
have.
that. You wouldn't know that because you're talking about shit you don't know about.
Because you don't live there. I mean, because you've never been there. That's why you don't know that.
Why does it matter if?
And by the way,
Penn,
Dallas is a dope.
I know that historically players have chosen Miami, New York, and LA over those
Because they good though, Penn. Because let's be clear. Okay, let's move on the clock.
Toronto is not city. No one is confusing those teams with free agent destinations.
Wait. Besides LeBron and Chris Bosh, how many? Okay, Jimmy Butler.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Where are all these free agents?
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about. What free agents you talking about?
Where are all these free agents?
Like they got banned in the draft.
Wait. Jimmy got traded there, right? Didn't we just talk about that?
He did got traded there. So who you talking about going to Miami?
Okay, so yeah.
It was a sign and trade. He chose to.
He chose.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
But what players are you talking about? Who who are all these players you're talking about? Like I just don't. I don't understand.
So you just
we
just named 3 All NBA level players who've chosen Miami as a free agent destination over the last 15 years. Now go name.
Maybe Dallas was in a different place though. Like as far as
go name 2
in a different
NBA
place.
players that have
You can't
chosen
get that in the context.
Kyrie Irving. There's one.
2.
There's one. Kyrie Irving. Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd was All NBA when he chose Dallas.
Yes.
Did you just say that with a straight face?
No, he wasn't All NBA. He wasn't All NBA when he chose Dallas, but he
okay, cool. And Kyrie Irving had how many options when he chose Dallas?
Oh, God. Not many.
Why does it matter about how many options a players have?
Because you compared it to LeBron James, bro. What are you doing?
Why does it matter how many options somebody has?
That's a fair
Fellas, I'm about to move the conversation forward and get us back to these super chats.
Oh, that's right. Klay Thompson did choose it.
Klay Thompson too. All pro.
Yo, the next super chat is from POA Defense FC. POA Defense FC said Chet, AJ, and J-Dub are all signed through 2028, and AJ is only making $9 million over that time. We can keep all of them on top of the CBA changing in 2029, core 4, and replace others with picks.
Bro.
POA. Hedo Turkoglu and Hakeem Olajuwon chose Toronto. There you go. Toronto free agent destination. Get out of here, man. Klay Thompson.
So OKC can keep their core 4 through 2029.
Okay, that's 3 years from now. Okay, 3 years from now, and 2 years from now is 2028. Okay, I could get with that. I know that we so want to see dynasties come back. I think we do, but I just feel like, man, there's no evidence to suggest that that's been going on. If Oklahoma City doesn't win the NBA championship this year, I am on record saying it, and I'm standing on it, Miles. We will not see a repeat champion this decade. We won't.
That's real.
If Oklahoma City doesn't win it this year,
I'll be real with you,
I just don't see a repeat champion this decade. I don't.
I'll be real with you, Chill. If Wemby becomes as dominant as we all expect him to be, I think they will. If Wemby becomes as dominant, and then let's say Stephen Castle continues to improve his three-point shooting, I think the Spurs will definitely have a chance. I think the Spurs will definitely. They got such a young team. They got a great core. I mean, and I think literally in the next 3 years, Wemby will be unstoppable.
I'm going to be honest.
I mean, he's unstoppable right now, but you know,
he's not unstoppable yet. He's not unstoppable. He's not putting up Shaq and Wilt numbers yet. He's not putting up.
Oh no, 39 and 15 sound pretty unstoppable to me. Yeah,
going on?
Stephen Castle's a hell of a player.
What about the 11 and 15? What about the 19?
He was letting his other countrymen, have a good series.
Who's a better player, Stephen Castle or Stephen Q. Urkel?
Stephen Castle.
Urkel is better.
Urkel was a dope hooper, man. Come on.
But Ron, my statement to you when it comes to OKC, I think one of two things is happening in that. If San Antonio gets by Minnesota, I think one of two things is happening against Oklahoma City. I think either Oklahoma City is going to beat them or San Antonio is going to bounce them dudes. I don't think they beat Oklahoma City. I think they bounce them dudes. If they beat them,
They got.
this ain't going to be
first.
no 6-7 game dogfight. I think they bounce them. But I think
They got to
Oklahoma
be
City's
Minnesota
gonna beat them.
first, chill.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
man.
That's of course if they get
Their
by.
boys ain't concerned about no damn Minnesota.
That's of course if they get
I
by.
ain't finna beat them by 20 tonight.
Okay.
They
You
better.
sure about that?
Shit, they
We're
better.
gonna find out.
Okay.
All right, Average Joe said something that I kind of disagree with, but Average Joe said Penn is right. There is a reason people would say, quote unquote, young teams don't win championships. Well, look at it now. Two of the youngest teams are the favorites. It has not been the same over the years.
Yep.
Yeah, the young legs are winning.
You know
man.
what?
The young
I'm
legs are winning.
honestly exhausted. I'm exhausted of being so right. It gets annoying after a while. It's just generally fucking frustrating to be sitting up here telling y'all the truth and just getting talked over nonsense, total yap fest. And then a year later, I guess Penn was little footnote. I guess Penn was right.
The thing about it is, though, Penn, nobody's talking about the Knicks. I'm just saying, if the Knicks come out of nowhere and let's say they beat Detroit, let's say they beat Detroit real quick, you know what I'm saying? Because I think they're going to run through Detroit like it's nothing. Because I think it's going to be Detroit versus them.
I mean,
I think they're going to run through Detroit. The way that Orlando did Detroit, I think the Knicks are way better than Orlando.
Who was the best player in the game yesterday? I think it was Mr.
You better talk to me nice. That's all I
Donovan
say, Ron. I ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm gonna give y'all dudes the floor. But if you're gonna talk to me, you better talk to me nice today. That's all I gotta say. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Y'all dudes can break down this series. Y'all dudes can talk about what happened yesterday. But if you're gonna talk to me, you better talk to me nice. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
We spent more time talking about Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, who ain't played in a month, than we did about Donovan Mitchell and Cade Cunningham, and that's really sad. That's really sad. I think.
No, I mean, Donovan Mitchell balled out last night.
25-0 run.
First half horrible. But second half he went crazy. I don't know who gave him a halftime speech, but somebody gave him a halftime speech. And
chill. He almost had me. Chill. Donovan almost had me. Boy, I was finna go crazy on his ass. He almost had me. He woke up in that second half.
Now you a believer?
Do y'all think Donovan Mitchell will ever win a championship though?
Why does your lighting look like you walked out of heaven? Your lighting looks like you just walked right out of heaven like Jagged Edge.
Shit, fuck it, I did.
Yeah, there you go.
Shit, I might have to go to hell when I go whoop somebody's ass if they don't come fix this shit. So shit, I don't know.
See, Penn, that's what I mean. To be honest with you, Drench, that's where I'll be at. I'll be striving. I pay way too much money for this shit to work, for it not to work.
Come on, bro. I didn't send my Karen email already. I didn't send that bullshit ass email in a professional manner. Now I'm about to come back and CC that bitch and say, you know what? Fuck it. Y'all don't understand this shit. Well, shit, let's turn it up then. Telling you, I'm about to go. Let me fix my camera.
Hey, Drench, can you CC me in that email too? I would like to see, the goings-ons of that conversation.
Nah. I might have to CC you the bail money when they lock my ass up. I'm about to CC you that.
You need to hold something, Ron, because he in the clink.
Yo, but Miles, ask that question again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do y'all think Donovan Mitchell will ever win a championship? Do you think he can be?
No.
He can be a star player of a championship team.
I mean, he could.
He could be a star player. Can he be the guy? He's got to show me that. I'm not sure if he can do that.
He can't be the guy? Okay.
I'm not sure if he can do that. There's guys who hadn't won championships that I was sure that this guy could be the number one on a championship team. I'm not. I think Donovan Mitchell is one of those players. I think he can get us there. I'm not sure if we could win it with him as the guy. That I got to see that.
Also, Chill, I saw a post you put up about there was a possible trade offer for like Evan Mobley, like Cleveland like denied the offer, but it was like Evan Mobley for Giannis, a couple draft picks.
Yep.
I'm surprised they did not take that.
I was bugging out on that too. All of them picks, like not some of them or most of them, all of those picks. Yes.
Yeah.
Considering where
You're surprised the Bucks didn't take that?
Yeah, considering where Milwaukee is.
No, the Bucks. Yeah, I'm surprised the Bucks. I mean, I would have taken that if I was Cleveland too.
Yeah.
You get Giannis on your team for Evan Mobley?
And all of
Come
them
on,
picks.
bro. That swap. You're winning. You get Evan Mobley, James Harden, and Donovan Mitchell. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
What option would Donovan Mitchell be if Giannis got on there?
Second.
Oh, okay.
I'm putting Giannis. Giannis is the first option. No. Giannis is guaranteed.
No, Miles. You don't got to elaborate. You don't got to elaborate.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And just think about lobs from James Harden to Giannis. Come on, bro. Like that's all day, every day. That's all day, every day. That was.
So Giannis will put them over the top. Is what you're saying?
100%. If you still got Jared Allen in there holding down the paint, yes, Giannis is definitely putting them over the top, easily.
Okay.
Easily.
I just asked the question.
Yeah, I mean, if Giannis was over there, they'd be my championship favorites.
100%. 100%. Especially in the Eastern Conference, they're running through the East.
Mine too, because
they're running through the East.
I mean, mine too, because boy, having Donovan Mitchell as a second option would be that would be great.
Oh my gosh.
Man. It almost like that.
Wake me up when Wemby scores 39 points and a half.
You mean like
wake me up when Giannis scores 39 points and a half. Wake me up when SGA scores 39 points and a half. Ain't none of them ever scored.
Wake me up when Giannis goes 0 for 6 in the first quarter.
I'm sure it's happened.
Where Giannis has gone 0 for 6 in the first quarter?
It's never happened.
Not that I know of.
Make me pull up some Greek tape.
Go ahead, pull it up.
From him when he was 16 years old?
Okay. Exactly. From when he was 16. Exactly. Not a grown-ass man that's getting paid $30 million. Come on,
all right,
bro.
I got a $19.99 super chat from Kevin the Chosen. Kevin said, shout out to the panel. Truly believe you guys have the best mix of basketball and hoop knowledge. Got a lot of ball knowledge from you guys. Shout out to Penn, though. For the Scotty Love, after that series, I'm definitely a believer.
I'm bringing the basketball and the hoop knowledge. What are y'all bringing?
There is no such thing as a good amount of basketball. No amount of basketball is good. It's absolutely terrible.
Get that shit out of here, Ox, just all the way around.
Yeah, and I think everybody should feel that way, not just me. I mean, but once again, people take the word that I created and try to flip it and make it seem something it's not. Basketball is not using stats to talk about basketball. Basketball is not being a stat nerd or spreadsheet FC. That's not what basketball is. Basketball is misrepresenting stats to cover up the fact that you don't know shit about basketball. That's all it is. There's nothing wrong with using stats to talk about basketball. If that's how you got to do it, fine. That's great. Do that. We love numbers. It's just that people got some people hear that word and they take offense to it when it really doesn't represent you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't represent you. It might, but it's about using numbers the wrong way to talk about basketball. That's all basketball is. And we should all agree, all 6 of us up here, all 2,000 people watching this show should all agree that death to basketball. No basketball you should never want basketball anywhere around you.
So basketball is someone who knows about numbers but doesn't know shit about basketball and pretends to know about basketball, right? Yes. Because they know about numbers. Yes. What do you call somebody who doesn't know shit about numbers and doesn't know shit about basketball?
We call that person
a clown sandwich.
You. We call that person you.
That's a casual pitbull.
We call that person Benjamin.
That sounds like a casual. That's what it sounds. That's what it sounds like, man. It sounds like.
All right.
And by the way, Ron, and
what's up?
Since you're talking about basketball, Ox, I got one more time on NBA TV or ESPN or ABC. I got one more time to hear somebody throwing grenades, and I'm gonna flip out because y'all heard that right here. This dude was the one who said that. None of y'all was talking about throwing grenades till you heard that from him. He the first one that I heard.
Chill,
that
point
I heard
the other way. Point the other way because you're giving Ron too much credit. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, my fault.
I don't know. I'm not sure if anybody.
I never heard nobody say that before you said it, Ox. I never heard that.
Well, that's dope. But I
never heard that before you said it.
I hope people keep saying that. I hope
never
people keep using it the proper way. You know what I'm saying? Let's not misuse terms.
I never heard the term throwing grenades. Never heard that.
I just want to say, Ron,
like this right here, Miles. Look real quick. My fault, brother. I just want to say right here. From Knicks, using numbers to say Jokic is a good defender is basketball. Exactly.
That's real.
Perfect.
That's real.
There we go.
That's real.
Basketball. Basketball. Death to basketball.
That's
Hey,
real.
don't let
That's
nobody
real.
give Swiper no damn credit with that non-Jokic minute. Swiper ain't never came up with nothing original. That motherfucker heard that shit on some bullshit ass show. That motherfucker they ain't make no non-Jokic minute shit up. He ain't never original.
I was gonna say, Ron, about the whole the last part of that comment was the Scotty Barnes thing. Are people not a believer in Scotty Barnes? I thought
They should be.
They weren't.
I thought people
They are
knew Scotty
now.
Barnes. Wow.
Where do you see Scotty Barnes at?
I always knew Scotty Barnes was like that. Not only because
No, but where do you not even that? I want to ask, where do you see him at in the pantheon of players in the league? Is he top 10? Is he top 20?
I would say right now, I would put Scotty Barnes in probably top 25. Top 25.
Top 25? Yeah, that's fair. That Miles, that is
20.
fair.
Now,
That is
Miles,
Penn,
watch
Penn,
this.
what's wrong,
Now,
Penn?
Miles,
What's
watch
wrong,
this.
Penn?
Wait, Miles, watch this. Penn, where is Penn today in May 2026? Where is Scotty Barnes in the pantheon of players in the NBA?
He's top 13.
See, this is the shit I'm talking about. This is the shit
What
talking about
shit
right
are we
here.
talking about?
This is the shit right here we be talking about.
Okay.
This
Top
is the shit we
13, Penn. That's come on, Penn.
Because Miles, you know what top 13
Chill.
means? Then you know what top 13 means? Top 13
Chill.
means that I can argue that you might be a top 10 player.
Yes.
Chill.
exactly.
I don't got this in me
We ain't
today.
doing that.
We are not about to talk about Scotty Barnes for the next hour. It's too many super chats. It's too many other topics that we could talk about today. The offseason is right around the corner, and we could do Scotty day after day after day. Not this Tuesday.
Okay.
Not this Tuesday. Willie Bobcat just sent through $10. Well, didn't just send it through, but sent through $10 and said, "What does a Lakers Magic trade look like centered around a Reaves sign and trade?"
Lakers Magic. Why Magic?
Jalen Suggs.
Hey, Ox. See, that's what I'm saying. I figured you was gonna say Jalen Suggs.
Jalen Suggs.
You gotta up the stakes. If I'm the Lakers,
See, the Magic drought. These Magic
I'm
fans drive me
sorry?
crazy. You dudes
Yes.
do blockbuster shit. I don't know if you remember. You gave up 4 1s for Desmond Bain. So now what you about to give? But now what you about to give up for Austin Reeves? What do you have to give up for Austin Reeves that the Lakers are like, yeah, we'll do that
Exactly.
outside of Paolo?
there is a perfect guy.
The Lakers are the ones that need help.
It's a perfect
It's
guy.
the other way around. Like y'all coming over here begging and shit. You want something? Take Jalen Suggs and get the fuck on.
Hey, look,
What?
Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves, give us Franz. That's good money. Y'all get y'all get the best
Marbles.
mid-range shooter in the league.
Those are your
Y'all get the
marbles.
best mid-range shooter in the league. Y'all also get a good floor spacer for Paulo, for Desmond Bain, and for Austin Reeves when he's over there. You guys now get another ball handler, somebody that can create his own shot, create for Paulo, create for Desmond Bain. And then, hey, the Lakers get a two-way guy. They get some of that athleticism that you guys talk about. They get a defender, a guy that can get downhill.
You know
They
what I'm
get
getting, Ron?
they
They're
get
gonna play that
Luka's
injury
second
prone.
option.
I'm getting on the phone with my friends
Man,
at
Luka
school.
can't
because
play with another one of
I'm
them.
getting on the phone with my friends at school because our house is about to be for sale because Ron ass getting us fired and we're going to have to move. That's what's about to happen.
Willie Bobcat just asked, "What does a trade look like?" I'm just saying, I think that's a pretty even. I think that's pretty even,
Franz Wagner probably one of the most injury-prone players in the league right now.
and that too, low value right now.
So
Can't trust him to stay
Rui and
healthy.
Austin Reeves for Franz.
That shit. Hey,
I don't even know if that
and
money
Austin-
matches up though. I'm just
That's crazy.
Hey, Rui and Austin better come with some picks too.
I'm not trying to get rid of Rui.
Franz
Why does everybody
value
wanna get
not
rid of
that
Rui?
high.
The Lakers don't have any picks though. To like 29
Well,
or
man,
some
get
shit
the
like
fuck
that.
Franz value's not that high.
All right,
Pretty
okay.
high.
Whatever, Ron.
It's pretty.
Is
high.
it higher than Austin Reeves, Ron?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why
He's
I
much
said
better
Rui.
than Austin.
Rui and Reeves. How much money does Franz make right now? Like what's 40 million?
Shit, I don't know.
He just signed Franz just signed a max deal. Yeah.
I mean, AR finna sign a max deal too.
The fact that Franz signed a max deal is crazy. That's wow.
It's really not.
It really isn't.
I really don't think Franz is not that. I don't think he's that good.
He nice.
You
as
think
hell.
Paolo's better than him?
I think Paolo's better than him. I think Danny Alves is better than him. I think there's
Facts.
a lot of players in the NBA better than him. Like
A lot.
I can get with
Yes.
that.
I think Scotty Barnes is better than him.
I mean, you're right about that.
I think there's a lot of players in the league better than him.
You were wrong about every name before, though. So,
what?
Shout outs to you.
Denny better than Franz.
You don't think Denny's better than Franz?
Denny better than Franz.
Yes, Denny is better than Franz. Yes, he is.
Oh my goodness.
It's
Man,
just,
you're
you know what happened is that Franz missed
are
a
in
lot
the
of time this year, so y'all
same
forgot. Y'all just forgot who Franz is. And,
Y'all really, like it's like y'all are like.
Y'all seen how
Are
Franz
you
how
committed
Franz was
to
doing
this?
Cade?
Like, are you have a checklist that you're trying to hit off? Like, I'm just gonna get off like one thing wrong, another thing wrong. I'm gonna try to get off like 15 wrong takes. Yo, they were up 3-1. They were up 3-1 on the Detroit Pistons. Franz was playing, locking up Cade. Turnover.
Pablo Becerra was having 45-point games. What are we talking about? And you're saying that Franz is better than Pablo?
Franz was the difference maker in that series. Detroit wouldn't even be here no more.
God.
But Oxto, because I'm not even gonna talk about Franz's play when he was on the court. I'm gonna go back to the Luka Doncic problem that we talked about. If you're not gonna be healthy, then that is a problem, especially if you're our best player, just like you were when we played against Boston a couple years ago, and just like when you were when we played against the Cavs as well. But I guess. All I know is Denny Avdia got busy in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Injury is definitely an issue, but you know what I'm saying?
I mean, Franz was doing a great job in that series, not only defensively but also offensively. I just think Franz is awesome. Look at what Cade is doing against the Cavaliers right now. He's averaging 24.1 points per game, 8.6 assists, 6.1 rebounds, 2.8 stocks, 54% effective field goal percentage, 8.1 box plus minus, 3.4 turnovers per game. Those were not his numbers against the Orlando Magic.
This is the shit
against Franz.
But wait a second. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. Those aren't Cade's numbers against the Cavaliers. Those are Scotty Barnes' numbers against the Cavaliers. My bad.
So time out. You really think Danny Avdia is worse than Franz Wagner? Like, seriously?
I think they're on the same level.
But this,
I don't want to use the word worse. I don't want to use the word worse. I'm not gonna say Denny's worse than Franz. I'm just gonna say Franz is better than Denny.
How? In what way? Like what makes y'all think that? In what way?
Definitely on the defensive end.
Okay,
Franz
what else?
Clears. I would say the only thing Denny does better than Franz is
he's consistent at scoring. He's consistent at passing. He's consistent at getting rebounds. No, he's not. Franz is not a consistent scorer.
Denny only shoots threes better than Franz. That's it.
Franz is not a consistent scorer.
He can get to the rack better than him.
Exactly.
It might look better because he's putting his head down and playing football, but Franz gets downhill anytime he wants and has much better touch going right and left when he gets downhill.
He might have better touch.
Way better touch. Way better. He's 6'10", damn near 6'11". Go left downhill, go right downhill, and finish because he has superior touch than Denny. Just because you put your head down and run through the hole like you Marshawn Lynch don't mean you're better getting to the rack.
Agreed.
Denny Avdia was able to take down the Spurs for a game where people thought Portland had no chance. And
Orlando was actually going to win the series until Franz got hurt.
Because Detroit is one of the worst. Number one seeds ever.
What you're doing? Okay, but what you're doing, Miles. No, okay. Regardless, that's whatever. What you're doing, Miles, is you're doing the chill gimmick and talking about one game. In a 4-game series, he got one game against the Spurs. So what? Nigga,
that wasn't the nope. Here we go with the bullshit.
That's what you did yesterday.
Not involving me in this because this was what we talked about yesterday was way different. But no, I don't want nothing to do with this.
Fellas, I gotta get back to these super chats though.
Yes,
the next one I got is from a guy that has already sent through a $10 super chat, but he sent through 10 more. Average Joe said, "Nah, we not about to turn this into an Austin Reeves shit the bed. Man came back at less than 100% and competed. If we can't flip Luka, then I'm cool with Luka and Reeves and then getting some dogs."
Flip Luka. It's not a house.
Yes. Sound like Luka on the trade block. I know that sounds crazy, Miles, but it sounds like Luka is available. There's a for sale sign in Los Angeles for Luka. That shit sounds nuts to me.
I believe very much in being correct up here and keeping shit accurate. When you say that Denny beat the Spurs, don't leave out the fact that Wemby only played 11 minutes in that game. Don't leave that fact out.
I knew he was
They
going to
had
say
no
that.
chance.
I knew
They
he was going
got
to say
swept.
that. Listen. I knew he was going to say that. They won that game, right? Minnesota barely beat the Spurs when Wemby went out.
Who's
Barely
out for
beat the
Minnesota?
Spurs, led by Anthony Edwards. Who was
Anthony
Portland
Edwards is
led
hurt.
by? Who was
Anthony Edwards
Portland?
is hurt.
Who was
Anthony
Portland led
Edwards is
by?
hurt.
Who
Anthony
was
Edwards
Portland
is
led
hurt.
by? They still got Julius Randle. They still got all these other guys. Who was Portland led
They're
by?
missing Dante DiVincenzo.
Okay. Who was Portland led by? Who else do they got other than Denny Avdia? Drew Holiday. Who else? Who else?
You think it's
Who
just
else
two
do they
players on that
have?
team?
Who else do they have that compared to Julius Randle, that compared to Anthony Edwards, even injured, that compared to Rudy Gobert? Who else do they have?
Donovan Clingan ain't nobody.
Oh my God. See?
Rob
You're just saying
Williams ain't
anything.
nobody.
You're just saying anything. See what I'm saying? Like,
I'll
who
just
else
say
do they
anything
have, bro?
because I actually watched the Portland Trailblazers and you just watched the box score. That's what
No,
you're
I
doing
don't.
right now.
I watched the game. What are you talking about?
You watch Robert Williams and you don't think Robert Williams an NBA player? You don't think he's a difference maker?
I've never
out
said
there?
he's not an NBA
He's one
player,
of the
but
best. They got two of the best rim
he's
protectors in the entire
compared,
league.
He's nothing compared to Rudy Gobert. He's nothing compared to Rudy Gobert. Robert Williams, not even close. Nothing compared to him.
He can catch a pass.
Oh
So,
my
shit.
God.
That's great.
Good Lord, bro. See, people say anything.
Yeah,
bro.
Rudy
People say
Stray.
anything. People will say anything.
ain't
He didn't realize I was going to call him out on that. He didn't know I was going to call him out on that. Victor Wembanyama missed most of the game, and the Minnesota came through and won, but barely won. They barely won. Portland was able to take them down. They were able to win that game. What are you talking about? And Denny Alves the only thing they got.
Okay.
Miles, you ever went out to a nice Italian restaurant with your girl?
Yes, sir.
Decided to get some lasagna. He was like, "Oh my God, this lasagna is so good." She said, "So you hate my lasagna?"
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying at all. That's not what I'm saying.
Thank you, Chill.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
Hey Miles, hey Miles, you ever went through a drive-through and pulled up and it was like, what can I get you, sir? And you said, hey, can I get a large clown sandwich meal? Have you ever done that?
No, sir.
Okay. Dre Knows Ball said, as a diehard Lakers fan, thank you, Bron, for the chip. It's been a hell of a ride. To those saying don't go get Giannis, do these people know who the Lakers are and what we do? Build around Luka and Giannis for AR.
Oh.
Oh my God. Jerry Buss ain't coming back, yo. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Kobe Bryant ain't coming back. These guys are not coming back. I don't know why people do this. We're like, oh, we were a great organization. Bro, there have been great organizations that have fallen. And Olympus has fallen. This Lakers team is not coming back from the dead. I'm telling you, no championships for the next 12 years.
Are you saying the Lakers franchise?
You said the Lakers want for champions for the next 12 years?
12 years, you said.
12 years.
You're joking, bro. You don't think the Lakers will win one championship in the next 12 years?
Nope.
That's crazy. Yeah, no. That's not – the NBA won't allow that. The NBA won't allow that.
I know what I'm not going to allow. I know for a fact. I'm not on the fence about this. I'm not saying maybe. I'm not saying possibly. But I know for a fact, if Victor Wembanyama scored almost 40 in the second half of a playoff game, we would have led with that shit. If James scored almost 40 in a playoff game, we would have led with that shit. If Jalen Brunson would have scored almost 40 in a half and they smoked the team at home, we would have led with that shit. But Donovan Mitchell does it, and it's crickets out this joint. If Anthony Edwards would have done what he would.
Can we talk about it, Joe? Let's talk about it.
If Anthony Edwards would have done what Donovan Mitchell did yesterday, we would have led with that shit. But
Chill, you
Donovan
make
Mitchell did it,
$1,000
and
an
it's been
episode. You can leave
out
the
here.
show. You could just
Pit,
you could just
here's the
What's
thing
happening
though.
right now?
Here's the thing. I would love to talk about it. It just has to be by way of a super chat. And nobody has sent through a super chat wanting us to talk about Donovan Mitchell. So clearly, nobody cares. Do it again, Donovan. Pip named Slickback sent through $9.99 and said, as a great philosopher once said, I want to crash my car into a telephone pole, standing on the gas with no seatbelt on. Pin, you are a draft guy who thinks the Nets should, or you are a draft guy. Who do you think the Nets should target at 6? See, they want to talk about who the Nets should target at 6, not Donovan Mitchell. Pin?
Okay, so we got Washington at 1, AJ DeBonsa, Darren Peterson, Cam Boozer, and Caleb Wilson go off the board. So 5 and 6. Keaton Logler and possibly Darius Acuff for Kingston Fleming. One of those, like, you could alternate, but you're probably getting a guard. But yesterday, the draft combine, Adai Mara measured in its 7'3" barefoot with the second tallest standing reach, 10 feet, bro, 10 feet, 10 feet standing reach, 9 foot, 9'9". So that's that's second only to Taco Fall ever. And he was
That's
a very
crazy.
very productive player. So I have a feeling he's going to rise up draft boards a lot for teams. So, with the Nets, they picked up a lot of guards. I can't really say anybody really worked out for them. It's hard to add another guard to that mix.
That's what I'm saying.
And I can't add another guard if I'm the Nets.
I can't add another guard.
Even if I'm cutting my nose off to spite my face.
I mean, if none of your guards worked out and you need to sell some tickets, bro, there are more Orlando fans in Brooklyn right now than Nets fans. I think I got a problem with that, first of all. So I gotta get somebody who can
That
sell
is some
some
bullshit,
seats.
man. I'm not gonna argue that.
I got
They don't have nobody. They have no one. That's the best player is Michael Porter Jr.
Okay, so you got to find somebody who can actually sell some tickets here. You need to find a franchise cornerstone, someone we can say, when we explain why you should buy season tickets to watch the Nets for $12 a seat, we gotta sell it to you. We gotta tell you this is what you're watching, like Vince Carter in '98, right? You can't be Vancouver Grizzlies trying to sell Sharif Abdul-Rahim. People ain't buying it. So if there's a player that could have that level of impact, like box office, I go Keaton Logler.
I do like Keaton a lot over there, Penn. I'm just, once again, I would be so mad from the guards we've drafted that haven't panned out. I would want to go towards a big, but if you absolutely had to pick best player on the board, I think it would be Keaton. I think Keaton is the right pick.
It's too many guards though, man. It's way too many guards.
So trade one.
Way too many.
None of them are as good as Keaton.
You could do that.
Trade him for what?
Trade him for future picks. Trade him for bigs. I don't know. Trade him for something. I'll tell you what. I'm not passing on Keaton Logler because I got Nolan Traore on my roster. That's some bullshit.
What about your man, Yegor Dimin?
Why is it your man? That's racist.
Because you were the one who hyped him all last summer.
No, I didn't. Why are you lying?
All right, never mind.
Why
My bad. I'm lying. I'm a liar. All right, Keyshawn gifted 5 Players Choice membership. Shout out to Keyshawn. Appreciate you for not only tapping in and becoming a member yourself, but also gifting 5 Players Choice memberships. Salute to you. If you got those memberships, thank Keyshawn, and also like the video. We got a $20 super chat from SF49ers 4L RDW.
Yeah, chill. There it is.
Shit. Hey, Miles. There it is.
Yes, sir.
There it is. Hey, Miles, who going back to back? Not just OKC. Who else going back to back?
Seattle Seahawks.
We going back to back. But all right, SF49ers 4L.
The fuck? I ain't doing
Jordan,
shit.
hey, Jordan, you take that hat off too. We kicked y'all ass last night. But anyway, don't make me put my Mariners hat on. But anyways, SF49ers 4L.
Bro, he just be putting on shit. You just like Wallow 267.
We beat y'all ass last night, and we gonna beat y'all ass tonight too.
Sure.
But SF49ers
super chat. They want to change sports.
SF49ers 4L said, talk about Drench. Let me go ahead and move you up here so you could talk about him. Talk about Donovan Mitchell, chill. That boy put BTA in the second half.
Man, Donovan. Oh, my bad. He did say chill. Go ahead, chill. Go ahead.
So
I give you the honors. Go ahead.
So the game started. I did not like what I was seeing from him. I did not like how passive he was. I did like the playmaking, but one of the main reasons why this game was as close as it was because he wasn't involved in the game as a bucket getter, because that's one of his main roles. James Harden, to your point, Drench, James Harden, when they got him on the group, he is their primary distributor and playmaker. Now Donovan Mitchell can be more of a 2-guard. Donovan Mitchell can be more of a bucket getter. He can be more of that scorer that you need, not just in early parts of the game, but in the meat and potatoes of the game too. Even if you do go to James Harden, you can still go to Donovan Mitchell because he doesn't have to do all of those other things that he had to do early. But instead, he was doing that stuff early in the game. He was being passive, and the game was a lot closer than I would like for it to be. The second half, he came out and actually became a two-guard. He attacked the defense. He got downhill. He got to the rim. He got that floater working. He got that off-the-dribble pull-up working. All of that stuff started working. And then Coach Atkinson, basically, the lights are working, Ron. The microphones are on. The show is working. Everybody's loving it. Atkinson pulls the plug and takes Donovan Mitchell out of the game with 4 minutes when he's got 21 points in a quarter. You got to keep riding that train. If he's tired, Drench, and you're a coach, you can appreciate this. If he's tired, call timeout. I'm not taking him out of the game. We got to keep rolling because I felt like that at that there was a specific point in the game where I felt like that they had Detroit on the ropes. They had them down 17, and I felt like if we keep going at this pace, we can bury these dudes right now, and we can beat them into submission. He takes Donovan Mitchell out of the game. That 19-point lead gets cut to 12, and Detroit's right back in the game. That simple.
Chill. Ain't no tired.
If you would have saw, you know, I mean, I know you saw it like the way that the Cavs got into their rhythm. They got into their rhythm just by, quite frankly, moving a goddamn basketball, like that's just really, getting extra passes, extra swings. It started off for me was James got a catch and shoot, and he hardly get catch and shoots. But he started off the offense. He swung it. He cut to the corner, came out of the corner, and then they kept going swing. When he made that three, I think it was in the third quarter. When he made that three, that shit just like ignited their offense, and they went on what, a 20-0 run or some shit, 19-0 run,
21-2.
Yeah, 21-2 run. So it's just at some point we have to. Even Donovan Mitchell, you know, I said it. He's one of the best players in the NBA when it comes to you got to guard him out of a closeout. It's no reason why you should have this stagnant offense with so much shooters, with so many screeners and rollers, and somebody is attacking somebody that can attack like James and Donovan Mitchell. It's no reason why y'all should be running bullshit ass offense. I'm glad to see him get in the rhythm because he didn't look comfortable in that first half trying to do, you know, combo guard shit. In the second half, when he tried to do shooting guard shit, it started flowing for him. And that's what you want to see more of because Ox made a good point. If the Pistons can get them to stop and they can get them to play one-on-one pick and roll up top, they too big, they too strong. It's no way the Cavs can keep that going. So
and I can say, and I can say on the flip side to that, offensively, I think the Cavs are better than them, to your point, moving the basketball, putting Detroit on the defense and making them play defense more. And on top of that, forcing as many switches as they possibly can. How many times did I see Jared Allen, when they missed him underneath the basket, burying guys like Karis LeVert, where they missed him, burying guys like Tobias Harris underneath the basket, and they ended up missing because the ball's moving. We got a lot of action, but that's largely due to Donovan Mitchell having it going. But when Donovan Mitchell has it going, it's one of those things where you just got to get out the way and let him go. I 100% get that.
What's the best thing about them getting the mismatches they wanted? They got the mismatches they wanted just by moving the damn basketball. That's how they got the mismatch. Not pick and roll, go screen, run, favorite mixtape. They ain't get it doing that. Yeah, they got that shit just by moving the basketball. Now, we all know a team can play like this one game, and then the next game, shit just go back to like, oh, that's what we expected. So
the game 5
they got to keep
winner
that.
Wins the series. Whoever wins game 5 is winning the series.
They got to keep that momentum. I'm not sure about that, Chill. I don't really subscribe to that way of thinking. I go more so it's just game to game. You know what I mean, Chill? It's game by game. We'll see what happens quarter by quarter. When you go on that run, like you're saying, Chill, like what they did in that third quarter is kind of what Detroit did in that game 2, third quarter against Orlando. That crazy run right there. Chill, to your point, I'm not calling no timeout. I'm not subbing you out. There is no tired because there is no tomorrow.
Keep going.
You know what I'm saying? Like we got to rock. You are a world-class athlete, and I know this is deep in the playoffs, but you're a world-class athlete. This is the best I could do for you, Chill. We come down the offense. We're gonna run something away from you for 2 possessions. Stand up in that corner, in through your nose, out through your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Get back, and that's two possessions. We right back to it. There is no timeouts. There is no tomorrow. Shoot that damn basketball. That's why shooting guards, like to Drift's point, what he was just saying, shooting guards need to be shooting guards. Point guards need point guards. Scorers need to score. Donovan Mitchell is a professional bucket getter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need you looking for lobs to Jared Allen. I don't need you looking to pick and pop pass it to Evan Mobley. I need you to put this round thing in that round thing. That's it.
What
That's
if they blitz?
it. That's all. What? Damn a blitz. Split
Which
that.
they did yesterday too, by the way. They did do that.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Pass out of it, go get the ball back.
100%.
Simple. You know what I'm saying? Simple. Pass out of it, get the ball back. Or like how Bron, you know how Bron does when he sees a blitz and he kind of attacks the outside leg of the weaker guy and kind of gets around that corner and does what he wants to do from there. You see it early. Get on your Tom Brady. Get on your Peyton Manning. Omaha. I see that blitz. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it.
That's the weakest thing about Donovan Mitchell's game is he's not a great playmaker. I think he has limited. He has limitations.
Good. I don't want you to be a good playmaker. I want you to be a good bucket getter.
But with those limitations, though, Penn, he's actually
go hand in hand.
But with those limitations that you talk about, because I think you're wrong about that. I think he's actually a really good playmaker.
I think he's a good playmaker too.
I think he's a really good distributor too. I think he finds guys a lot better than you give him credit for, especially when he's going to his strong hand. When he shifts the defense and he bends the defense, where he's going to the rim, he'll find Dean Wade.
I didn't say he was bad. I don't think he's great. I think if you have to pick a series where he's going to average 10 assists or a series where he averaged 30 points, I'll take the 10 assists every time.
Of course, absolutely, because he's a better bucket getter than he is a playmaker, and that's because I'm a two guard. Absolutely, I'm that. Now, don't get me wrong, Ron. Something has to give here. Cleveland's undefeated at home. They also haven't won a game on the road in the playoffs. Yep. So something has to give. If you're going to win this series, one of these two things has to happen. And the one thing that has to happen is you got to go on the road and you got to win. That has to happen.
Chill. Along those lines,
at home.
Penn, I'm gonna push the conversation forward. We still gonna talk about this, but Fred Vincent fan is going to flip the page for us. We're going to talk a little bit about Detroit. Fred said, I got to hold my favorites accountable. So many of Cade's turnovers are brain dead. He's been looking like Tua all series. Asor also had a horrible half last night, but I expect a bounce back. And Jalen Durant can go to hell.
The numbers are glaring. Cade Cunningham in this series, 5.5 turnovers a game, Chill. 5.5 turnovers a game to only 8.3 assists. That's less than 2-to-1 assist turnover ratio. 54. He's shooting below 40% from the field.
I'll be real with you. This playoff showed me how much better Amen Thompson is than Asor. I really thought like the talent level between them two were actually super close, but Amen Thompson is way better than Asor Thompson.
Who's better?
And I don't know if
who's better defender.
Miles, I'm gonna say this. K turnover is really not that big of a deal to me, to be honest with you. Really not that big of a deal to me. Like you gotta understand.
It's expected.
Yeah, you gotta understand what he's trying to do. Like every single time down, what he's trying to do, how aggressive he's playing. It's not that big of a deal. Like it wasn't that big of a deal when they went up 2-0. Now all of a sudden it's 2-2. Now we're gonna make a big of a deal. He's been turning the ball over. That's just how he turned the ball over last series. It's not that big of a deal. We trying to win a game. We trying to win games. You're gonna be pressing. You're gonna do shit like that. It's like the efficiency talks in the playoffs. We shouldn't be talking about that shit. To be honest with you, like
Drench,
Drench,
are you saying that Cade Cunningham? I mean, considering what those turnovers led to, I think the Cavs had something like 25 fast break points yesterday, something like that. Something along those lines.
A lot of turnovers.
Yeah, and a lot of that had to do with him turning the basketball over.
Yeah, but you didn't get 25. You didn't get 25 points off turnovers. How many he had? 5 turnovers last night.
Yeah, 5 turnovers. Yeah, 8 the game before that, Drench.
Yeah,
like we losing games.
You didn't get 25 turnovers in 2 games. That's not a big deal to you.
Yeah, that's a huge.
You got to take care of the basketball on the road.
It's not a big deal because he's really the only. Dennis Jenkins kind of take up some of it, but like he's really the only ball handler. Like it's not that big a deal.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Karis LeVert doesn't exist.
Karis LeVert, come on, man.
Karis LeVert was chopping.
Karis LeVert yesterday?
But he was chopping. But look, Drench. I want to ask you this. I want everybody to chime in. I'm curious to know if I'm dribbling the ball, if I come off a pick and roll, I try to throw it, it gets picked off. They end up going down and getting the bucket. That's a turnover, turn into a point. If I miss a shot, they get the rebound and they come down and score. What's the difference?
It's not the difference. It's the same shit.
Shots too.
Bad shots can be turnovers, Ox, to your point.
Bad shots can be turnovers too.
Well, no, it doesn't have to be a bad shot, just a missed shot. I mean, every missed shot and a bad shot.
It's not that big of a deal. I'm saying it's not of a big of a deal. Not saying we should just ignore. Cade should just be like, I'm not gonna go look at my turnovers. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the fact that we making it of a big of a deal now because it's 2-2. We overblowing this because when they was up 2-0, he was still turning the ball over. That's all I'm saying.
But he wasn't turning the ball over as much. That's the difference, though, Drench. And Ox, back to your point.
He was. No, okay.
So
the first game he had 4, second game he had 5, third game he had 5, and the last game he had 8. So it's only 3. It's only 4 more turnovers.
Okay, so
in the last 2 games.
So in the 2 games at home, he had 4 turnovers.
No, right? He had 5. He had 5 the second game at home.
So he had 5, and then we go to Cleveland. He's got 8 of them, and then he's got
all
5
turnovers
again.
are not created equal. Hold on.
And not only are they not created equal, if I'm turning the basketball over, and that's leading to a bucket, right? Or that's leading to a 10-0 run. For sure. It's not just leading to a bucket. It could lead to a 10-0 run. Like if Cade comes up the screen,
absolutely.
If Cade's got a 1-on-1 and he ends up beating, I don't know, he ends up beating Dean Wade and he gets a wide open look and he misses that. That's not the same as a turnover, as opposed to.
I agree, but
if we're late in the shot clock, and now he's double, and he's falling away and trying to get a shot off, and now.
Really losing the basketball. Last year, he led the league in lost ball turnovers. That's not lost ball turnovers are just basically you dribble it off your foot. He's a turnover-prone player. He's been a turnover-prone player since college. This has always been the case. But every single time he turns the ball over, people will be like, well, you don't got spacing. Well, he don't got this. Well, he don't have this. I'm sorry.
That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about.
No, what you're saying is because they were up 2-0 and he was turning the ball over, it's not a big deal because now we're 2-2 and he's still turning the ball over. I'm telling you that just because you miss shots and you win doesn't mean missing shots is a good thing.
What does that matter if I won a game?
If you're a star, if you're a star player, hold on. If you're a star, every star player
knows one thing. In a 4-game series. None of that shit matters in a 4-game series. None of that shit matters. No, it doesn't, because I could turn the ball over 30 fucking times. If I win 4 times, it does not matter.
But that's the problem, though, Drench. They're not winning. They're losing.
I gotta be a star on the road because my role players can't show up.
It was 2-0.
But they're losing. But chill, you gotta realize that they're losing based off the continuous trend. Cleveland has won at home. Cleveland is undefeated at home against every team they played.
They've only played 2 teams.
So at the end of the day, I understand you. If they were to win in Detroit and he has these turnovers, I got you. You win that argument. Cleveland's winning at home against no matter who they play against.
Okay.
They've only played 2 teams.
Miles, you don't even got to do that. If the Cavs win, James Harden fucking turnovers don't matter. It's the same shit. It's literally the same thing. It doesn't matter.
It always matters.
Yeah, 100% turnovers definitely matter.
Bro, we literally have the same thing on both sides of the ball. One team will win the series.
Okay, 100%. So the fact that so what we're doing with you, Drench, is we're just simplifying this. The fact that I go 8 for 28 and I had 6 turnovers, but if we won, that shit doesn't matter because the main thing is the main thing, and the main thing is to just win. Right. I get the main thing is the main thing, and the main thing is to win. Right, but I understand that you trying to win the game, but I'd like to strengthen my chances by not turning the ball over that much. I like to strengthen my chances by making by creating more shots. I never argued
that. All I'm saying is we are overblowing the turnover margin for Cade. Yes, we are. Because
I'm with Drench.
And they won.
I'm with Drench on this one, and I've always been on this side. I've always told you guys that I don't think Russell Westbrook's turnovers mattered as much as you guys hyped it up to be. And And also too, I do, but chill. I've always been here. Like I always think that you guys blow turnovers a little bit out of proportion, but even in these playoffs, everybody's been turnover prone. Devin Booker was turning the ball over. SGA been turning the ball over.
SGA average 3 a game.
Paulo was turning the ball over like crazy. A lot of people in these playoffs have been turning the ball over like crazy. So like,
Bron, that's the name of the playoffs. Everybody turnovers go up in the playoffs. Everybody.
Everybody.
It's just how it goes. Like it's a competitive game, and when you put the ball in Cade's hand, who's trying to be aggressive every time down, he's trying to be aggressive. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Now, when it goes to James Harden, it's a little different.
We're not excusing him, though, chill. We just saying, like, it comes with the territory.
No, it James Harden was different. If we're trying to win, I'm trying to lessen it. I'm trying to strengthen. Go ahead, I'm sorry, Drench, as you were saying.
Chill. But with James Harden, it's a little different because James Harden was turning the ball over and wasn't even like doing shit else. Like James Harden was having more turnovers than field goals. Like that's why it was a little different with James.
So the problem was he wasn't taking enough shots.
James been turning the ball over. James been turning the ball over since Houston days. We was going to the Western Conference Finals. He was turning the shit out the ball over. That's just what's going to happen when you pressing for your team. It's just like
Kobe Bryant too.
Like with that high usage, just comes turnovers.
Kobe Bryant averaged six turnovers a game in a series. When did that ever happen?
Yeah, but per 100 possessions, how many did he average? I bet you won't do that. See, I bet you won't do that.
But all right, y'all.
You're trying so hard to win a point, you don't even know what point you're fighting.
Yo, we gotta move on.
So hard to win that point. You're not that important in my life, brother. I don't really give a shit. I was just fucking with you. But
Pin and Drench, we gotta move on because I don't got too much more time up here. Yep. So I want us to get through these super chats today.
Let's do it.
2K God said it's gonna be a sad day when GOAT retires. Who's GOAT?
James.
It's going to be a sad day when LeBron James retires. The rest of these dudes are terrible watches. SGA step back middies equals trash. Jokic flopping on rebounds equals trash. Giannis 15 seconds to shoot free throws equals trash. Wemby and Ant got to carry.
Wow. I mean, some people's games are boring. That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Some people play boring random basketball. This is the way it is. It's not trash, but it's definitely boring. I mean, to me though, Jokic is kind of entertaining to watch because there's might be some plays that Jokic makes that you just look at that and you're like, damn, that's his fucking 7-footer that's 300 pounds making that play. It's kind of crazy, but
don't worry, 2K God. Scotty Barnes got you. You're gonna miss LeBron James for 12 seconds, and then Scotty Barnes got you, bro. Don't worry.
No way you just compare LeBron to Scotty Barnes.
And that's I see the correlation. I see the parallels. I'm telling you, I see it.
As you were
Nick
saying,
at Night sent through $9.99 and said, "Pin dissing my city and ain't even been there. We are a top 10 city in the US of A."
I've been to Dallas a couple
Go ahead,
times.
Pin. What you gotta say, Pin?
City. Dallas is a dope city. I enjoy Dallas.
I've been to at least 10 cities in the United States. I've been to at least 25 cities in the United States, and I guarantee you, I don't think Dallas making my top.
I enjoy Dallas.
Hey, you out your mind. Hey, you just Pin, you don't have you just don't have hey, you just don't know.
Why do you passionately talk about shit you don't know? Like, why do you passionately talk about shit you don't know?
I'm not passively talking shit about anything. That's not passive.
I said passionately talking about shit. I said passionately.
Oh, you said passionately.
We gotta move on, but Penn, Dallas is a dope ass city, yo.
Really,
you don't know
nice,
what he's talking about.
Dallas is a dope city. I've been there more than once. Dallas is a dope city.
I've been to Chicago. Prefer Chicago, New York.
Nigga, you never
been to Dallas. Something you never been to. You can't say you prefer something you never been to.
You never been to Dallas. Like, what are you talking about? Like, bro, at some point you just be doing shit. That's the problem. like, bro, you never been somewhere. You talking about it. Like, what are we doing? That's like
I mean, hey, Pin.
Oh shit, Serbia on board. Fuck Serbia. It's one of the worst cities ever. I never even been to Serbia.
Never been.
Hey, personally, I prefer Phoenix over Toronto, but I've never been to Toronto, so give me Phoenix. Average Joe sent through $10 and said, quote unquote, basketball is an engaging educational activity or game that combines solving math problems with shooting basketball hoops to reinforce learning. Ox tried stealing a term that already exists. We caught his fraud ass. We caught his fraud ass. Hey, Ox. Oh, there you go.
Y'all better cut it out.
Hey, Fraud Willie, you got anything to say on this, Fraud Willie?
Basketball is an engaging educational activity. Well, some shit kids playing in. There's some shit kids playing PE or something. Like, fuck that got to do with what I'm talking about.
Nothing.
Joe, you thought you had one, brother. You thought you had one.
Keyshawn not only became a member this episode, Keyshawn also gifted 5 Players' Choice memberships. And then Keyshawn sent through $9.99 and said Dylan Brooks courtside last night staring at LeBron. LeBron needs security. Laughing.
Shout out to Dylan Brooks. Man. I don't even like Dylan Brooks like that, but he won me over with that. That's some Mars level trolling right there. Like I feel like Mars.
Bro, I don't even think LeBron or Dylan Brooks care. I think Dylan Brooks just be fucking with people. He just laughs.
Yeah.
He got in his head.
Bron probably don't give a shit either though. Like Bron probably when he shook his hand after the game or some shit. They probably don't give a fuck.
How do you know?
Dylan Brooks said Bron was his favorite player too.
I like the fact that Dylan pulled up and watched the game. I see a lot of people that's like, oh, you should be embarrassed to go watch the team that just swept you play against the Lakers and stuff like that.
Crazy.
Like, like the thing about it is people don't understand. Like
they're fans of the game.
Just being a competitor and playing a sport. It's just like, yeah, I'm a competitor. I lost. I'm done. Now
you know why he was really there? You know why he was really there?
I would assume because Shea to watch Shea play. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, he was there to watch his Canadian comrades.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like when you go and then after the game you dapping up Shea, dapping up Lou Dort. Like it's obvious. Like these is your homeboys. Like yeah, they might have swept you. Their team's better. Who cares? That's the thing. People act like this shit is really like some life and death shit. Like how dare you? Like you're a loser. You're talking to them like these is my partners. Like we played against each other. They beat my ass. That's how it goes. Like,
basketball,
so what?
basketball bring out a brotherhood for sure. Like you get friends. Boy, you get friends that you just barely know. You know them niggas for 3-4 years. Them niggas be your best friends because you play basketball with them. Like boy, you go in there. Boy, I go across countries to go see my friends. I got friends playing different countries. Boy, hey, bro, when you gonna come over here? Oh shit, I'm on the way. Like
I played on 2-3 week long like little tour teams with people that I didn't know at all, and now it's like that's my homeboy for life now. Like we talk. You know,
for sure.
Like,
I played on basketball teams with guys that I hate now too, but you know it just happens like that. You know,
I've definitely done that too, especially like when they miss wide open layups to get you to the playoffs. I hate things like that.
Especially when you have a big that can't hedge a screen. You know, especially when you have a big that won't get a rebound. Especially when you got a big that don't listen.
Hey, Ron.
What's up?
Hey, Ron, when you missed that layup, was you mad to the motherfucker? Like what? Like what was
that? Never happened.
Yes, it did. It 100% did. Yes, it did.
It never happened.
Yes, it did, Ron.
You guys know the age we live in. So if there, no evidence, no proof, it didn't happen.
So Ox, after the game, like, did you like, Ron, what the fuck is you doing? Or like, did you just like not bring it up?
I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't really mad because that was just a rough season. Like all around, like on the court, off the court, it was just a rough season. So I was kind of like, cool.
Y'all didn't deserve to win, huh? It's one of them y'all didn't deserve to win type thing.
It was you ever been on one of them teams where you got like so much talent and we just can't mesh.
Yeah.
It was like one.
I'm on one of those teams right now.
Yeah, it was like one.
I was with the Clippers. I was with the Clippers when Paul George and them was over there. You know, I was actively in LA with all of them. So yeah, I understand what you mean.
All right.
Nah, but chill. I'll tell you one more.
Almighty Scambo sent through $9.99 and said Harden played good, but Evan Mobley's impact was great last night, especially on defense. And he finally made them free throws. In my opinion, he was our second best player. That small ball lineup with J.A. almost sold.
Almost. Mm-hmm. Coach Atkinson had to get them dudes off the floor. The starters had to come back in and save the game because you dudes was about to blow it.
Yeah.
Yes, they was about to blow it.
100%.
They was up 10 with less than a minute, and these dudes thought that Detroit was just gonna roll over and just be out here.
One thing I hate to do, and I know we do it naturally, like we can't help it, just being lovers of basketball, being hoopers, being, connoisseurs of just sports all around. Like, I try my hardest not to question coaches. I damn near try my hardest not to. I might talk a little shit, but I'm not trying to question players either. But when I see these coaches making shit, I'm just like, bro, why would you do that? Like, what are you doing? It's like, okay, I mean, he got the job for a reason. You know what he's doing. I'm trying to show respect to these great coaches. But I'll just be so confused sometimes. Like, that shit JJ did last night, I'm like, bro,
sense.
What's up? Like, why put Rui in the game?
Why would you take out Rui Hachimura when he's made all these shots?
Bro, as soon as he did it, everybody was like, even Dwayne Wade was like, yeah, why is Rui not in the game? Cowboy, what they doing with that long ass Newport? What they doing with that long boy
Newport 100?
Yeah, 1,000. What you doing with that 1,000?
Hey, Cowboy, you smoked that all the way to the green line?
Hell yeah, I did. I gotta get
Cowboy
into my $30 a pack up here in New York.
God damn. Nigga, how many packs you buy?
It's $20, but I buy like one every 2-3 weeks.
Think about that shit. A pack of squares.
Oh, okay. $1 every 2-3 weeks.
Robbing them in New York.
Yeah.
ATF.
I remember this shit used to be like $4.95.
Oh,
Cowboy, I know you ain't come up here to talk about the price of cigarettes, and if you did,
Nah. I came here to talk about my Knicks, and I wanted to talk about the Lakers last night, and I also want to talk about Donovan. Donovan almost got me upset last night because a lot of Knicks fans was talking about getting Donovan over Jalen Brunson. So for me, when I saw him last night, I was watching him like, come on, guy, you got this. And then he went 1 for 9. I was like, yo, this is ridiculous. Like, he's better than this. Then he just kicked it in, and I'm like, you know what? It's funny how they also hate on him by saying he's a free throw merchant because 13 of his 43 points was from the free throw line, even though he was getting it. So for me, I think that Donovan played out, and the problem that Detroit has, it's not just so much the turnovers.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
What happened?
oh, Dredge being childish. Keep going, Cowboy.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I just still think that the best thing for Detroit to do is Detroit's gonna have to try to figure a way out to keep the offense going. They have a lot of guys that can get into spurts, but they have to really just focus on keeping those moments, 2-3 minutes of getting these runs in, because even towards the end of the game, they brought the game back within 8. So when you look at how they're playing, I think that is one of the great things that Detroit can do, because Detroit, and also when you look at how the Cavs came back, hey, it's a good series. I think it's going to go to 7. So for me, I gotta say this, Chip. You was right about your Cavs, and they were good. But last night, man, the Lakers game, I was watching it, rooting for Rui. Y'all saw me in the Hall of Fame chat. I was like, yo, Rui's on fire. Then he took him out for 5 seconds. I'm like, why would you do that with Kluber? Kluber ain't play all game, let alone all series.
Kleber.
Kleber. Sorry, my fault. I said Kluber. Yeah, I did.
He might as well have been Kluber. He was Kluber Lang last night.
He did nothing. And I'm like,
boy, hot boxing in the goddamn woods. Boy, how the hell you get all that smoke like that? Look at this shit.
Look, I've been doing this for 40 years, buddy. I'm old school at it, man. I'm the second oldest up here outside of Chill, man. So leave me alone, buddy. I know all about that. But I wanted to let y'all know I really love this show, and that my Knicks, man, I'm going to tell y'all something. There's going to be a day where I need to actually show y'all how the Knicks have improved over the season. Because a lot of you guys like jumping my dude, Jay. Jay, you got to work on your game, bro. Keep your jab up. Keep your hand up, bro. I got to be like a little chilly. Because you letting these dudes walk all over you. Like, you ain't even talk about the fact of how Brunson's been doing well, how many 30-plus point games that he's had in the playoffs. You ain't been talking about how the Knicks are one of the few teams to ever score 130 and let alone 140 twice in the playoffs. Like, the way that this team has been playing, they're clicking. And I've been telling you, Chill. How many times on your show throughout the year I've been telling you, their offense is going to struggle, but the defense is going to be there. This is what they're going to do. And
their defense ain't even been struggling, though.
No, I didn't. I said their offense is going to struggle. Their defense is still going to be there. Their offense was going to struggle because Brunson was trying to figure out his new role on defense. And the way that Cat has been moving his feet as opposed to his hips, like what he did with John Calipari, who also taught in Memphis with, you know, Derrick Rose and also DeJuan Wagner from Jersey when they won the NIT, that he taught them to move their feet, slide their feet as high as they can, and kick out. That's what Cat's doing now. That's why he's able to get back and forth on defense. And the Knicks have this thing called, thanks Uncle Freezy, foot in the paint defense, where you're constantly rotating your players. So when Brunson is getting that negative, like he's in a dunker spot, once they call for the screen, everyone rotates and Brunson can come up to the free throw line. Once he's at that area, he could come out and pressure. He could drop back and be in the lane. Or he don't even have to come out. He could just go right to the paint and stand there and draw the charge. There's a lot of things that this coaching staff has done, and nobody talks about it. They just sit here and think of the old Knicks. There's another thing that they did with Cat in the high post, like I told you, how he throws high at the angle. The fact that he's taller and throwing over his opponent. That angle is very rare to get, and because of that, the ball's high. You shoot it high, and you can catch it in transition. Stuff like that, little things that they were working at. Nobody talks about this when it comes to the coaching staff, but y'all can sit here, Pen, and also your boy Swiper talking about how the Knicks were going to be done in game 3 against Atlanta.
Do you like Mike Brown as a head coach?
I'm surprised because of the fact is we got exactly the same coach, meaning like they both went to the same school, but we got a coach now that's more into the players. He's more into getting the best for them. Like you see how they are in practices, like some practices I've seen online, and the way they're helping each other out on defense, helping each other, breaking down plays. They're doing a lot. So yes,
What?
Brown has done a lot.
What happened, Ron?
What happened, Ron?
Breaking news or something?
Brandon Clark died?
What?
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 Brandon Clark?
Damn.
You
What Brandon
serious?
Clark?
From the Grizzlies?
Yeah, Shams just
What?
tweeted it.
Nah, you lying.
What?
Brandon Clark.
That's crazy.
What?
Dude with the Achilles injury?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Brandon Clark of the Memphis Grizzlies has died at 29 years old. R.I.P.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, I just seen that 45 seconds ago. What the fuck? How?
Damn.
That's like
Rest
that
in
Jose
peace, man.
Fernando in Miami when he was that pitcher for the
Man.
I know he had some. I know. Was it him who had like some issues that they was trying to get
It
together?
was drug trafficking charges. He just had them like early last month. He just had drug trafficking charges.
Brandon
yeah,
Clark
I
did?
saw that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. I
Early last month.
didn't know this was. Yeah, I was like, yo, what the
Wow.
fuck?
That's crazy, man. Life is
That's
fragile,
crazy.
y'all, man. Life is fragile, y'all.
Hey, Cowboy Bob, well, unfortunately, I know Chill's tired of you blowing smoke in his face.
Go New York,
Appreciate
go New York, go. Thanks, guys. Y'all stay good, and no matter what the chat say, y'all rock, all right? Stay up.
All right, hey,
and
Cowboy.
also, Bob, I have that thing for you. Whenever you're ready, send me the message, all right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I got you.
What thing you got? You know what? Let me
Mind
stay out of
your
your business.
business,
My
bro.
bad.
When grown
Hey,
folks is talking, you go down there.
all right, my bad. Look, I'll put pen up here. But Cowboy, one last question. Who would you rather play? The Pistons or the Cavs?
I'd rather play the Pistons because everyone says they're the number one team, and plus we will be playing away, so we will be at a disadvantage. I want to play the best team, but I think the Cavs actually might push it to a game 6. I think they're a better matchup as far as our offense, but I think our defense can wear them down throughout the game. But I want to play Detroit. I want to play the best team. No excuse
All right.
to play like a champion.
No doubt, Cowboy. Appreciate you for coming through. I know we'll catch you soon. If not, we'll catch you in a members-only stream. Thank you for coming up here and demonstrating to us how to smoke a cigarette to the green line. Also, too, though, I do want to once again issue a moment of silence for Brandon Clark. We just got news that he just died, so rest in peace. All right, fellas. Man, this is deeper than basketball. It always is deeper than basketball. This is really about community. This is about us coming together. This is about us creating a safe space where people can kind of unplug from their everyday life issues. Basketball is a game of entertainment and it's a game of fun. And, you know, it's somewhere where it's a safe haven for people to come to and, you know, be able to have a good time. And so it just sucks when somebody that's a part of the basketball community dies or passes away at an age that is, you know, very young. 29 is very young. So, praying for Brandon Clark's family, praying for the Memphis Grizzlies organization. Everybody take care of yourself. Everybody stay healthy. Everybody, and not just healthy physically, stay healthy mentally. This is, it's a short life.
Wow.
All right, the next super chat is from Tupac Westside. Tupac said, "You were right, Chill. I'm not against James leaving, but you can't easily replace what he does with just any power forward. It would be tough."
Would be. Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, for sure.
It would be.
Average Joe said, "Better player doesn't mean better fit. Get Bron off my team. Keeping Reaves, Rui, Jackson, and Bronny. Everyone else can get flipped. Luka included." Average Joe serious. He like Luka could be gone.
I don't like it.
Wow. Wow, that's insane. Getting rid of everybody. Tripping.
The Jonathan Frazier, or better known as Boston Frazier, said, "Hey, Boston Ron, read my name again. Wait, now read it again. My name ain't Boston Frazier. I ain't like Chill. I'll throw up the Dukes. See you soon, punk."
What?
You heard of Boston Richie?
Yeah.
His name is Boston Frazier. So if you could put two and two together, you get what I'm saying. Mr. Spectre sent through a super chat and said, "Allen and Mobley have had Duran and Stewart in a headlock all series. These want to be bad boy. Oh, these want to be bad boy Pistons have been getting punked. Cavs in 6.
I like the fact that they've stood up to the physicality. That's the thing that I've been complaining about. I like that they've done that. Yes.
That was one thing I was worried about coming into this series. I was like, can the Cavaliers be as physical as the Pistons? I wasn't really sure we were going to see that. But, yeah, I'm excited that they're as physical as them and actually pushing them around, because Evan Mobley is definitely more talented than Duran or Stewart. So, yeah, it should be good.
All right, we got a couple new members. LLTB8 became a member, and Dennis Galindo also became a member. Shout out to Dennis and shout out to LLTB. Hey, before we go any further, Miles, where can the people find you at? Where can the people follow you at? Where can they check up on your good content?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, you guys can check me out at waterwa.durr on all platforms, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and now Snapchat as well. So check me out on Snapchat too. I appreciate y'all. Definitely. Please engage. Let me know what y'all think about the content. If I ever see you in public, please do a versus with your boy. Let's get it.
Salute to Miles, my man Water, one of the best content creators in the business. I met him at a TikTok event where they only invite the top of the top there, and so
good stuff, real good.
He one of the top of the tops. Tupac Westside said, "What's up, Ox? I think it helps that Luka didn't rush back from a hamstring injury. I'm not too worried."
Yeah, I feel the same. Don't rush back. If you can't play, you can't play. I hope nobody thought I was saying, "Oh, he should have been out there playing through the hamstring."
No,
I'm just saying he should have hurt his hamstring.
Yeah, Ric Flair done lost his goddamn mind. That's all I say about that shit.
Yeah, Ric Flair was wild for that. Yeah, he was wild for that.
That nigga got struck by lightning way too many times.
Are you really equating wrestling, like getting clothesline off the ropes, to basketball? No. Fuck out of here.
I mean, to be fair, he got struck by lightning though.
He said what?
He said that Luka Doncic got his ass up and played.
Yeah.
He should have. Fuck it, man.
Nah,
he should have done something.
No,
but like if you get struck by lightning and then you go back out there and wrestle, I can understand that. I can understand your thinking. Because motherfucker getting struck by lightning is crazy.
Avery sent through $5 and said, "This year finally closed the door on Bron being a number one option on a championship contender. He has to be number 2 or number 3 going forward if you want to win it all."
He'd been wanting to do that. He just can't do it. That's the problem.
I mean,
if you look for so long,
if you look at the team he went out there with, with not all the way Austin Reaves. I mean, Austin Reaves came around eventually. You got Marcus Smart, DeAndre, you got Luka Kennard. This is one of the worst teams LeBron's ever had in the playoff series, like a game 2. So I'm not saying Bron can't still be a number 1 option. If he still had one of them teams like how we had before, why not?
All right. The Trib One said priority is Marcus Smart, not Reeves for me. We have a shot at free agents, and I believe in Rob for sure. Marcus Smart over Austin Reeves?
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't know about
I'm not with that one. V-Link 999 said LeBron is the most athletic players. What is the most athletic player in that series? Y'all are clowns. For this clickbait. The team around him sucks. Horrible on defense and not good. So he basically called y'all clown sandwiches.
I remember.
Yeah, for real. I mean,
You do know, like, Ron, when you make a sandwich, the sandwich is the filling part. Like when I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, the peanut butter is in the middle.
Right.
A ham sandwich, the ham is in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right. That was absolutely a clown sandwich. 100%.
All right, Average Joe said, I saw LeBron get Dort in foul trouble. Had Kaysen come in to guard him, and he didn't touch the block once. I'm over it. Let him go back to Cleveland.
I mean, it's so hard for him to touch the block. If you look at LeBron, whenever he was getting the ball on the block, it was an instant double team coming over every time, either from Hairston or Chet Holmgren throughout the entire game. It's like, what do you expect LeBron to do? Like, they're not going to let him just post up and just do his, you know what I'm saying, back down, get to the block, and then do the fadeaway. Like, they're not going to let him do that against the smaller guys. They kept bringing the second defender over. There's nothing you can do. Just the way it is, man.
Bron going to go to state. Bron going to play with Steph Curry. I don't know what y'all think.
I'll be fine.
Bron like doing fun shit. He going over there to play with Steph.
LeBron's
Nigga not finna live his life.
I don't think he's
He
going
not finna live his life for you niggas. Bron going over there to play with Steph, nigga. Have some fun. I mean, yeah.
All right, Average Joe said Zubac just went for 2 first-rounders on a tanking team. Kaysen and AJ can definitely go for multiple picks.
Yo, that trade backfired hard.
Yeah, backfired hard. Oh, my Lord.
Damn, Indy. Average Joe also said Milwaukee was not like OKC. Most of the support around Giannis were older. Damn near everyone in OKC is younger than SGA.
That's exactly it. Their championship window opened last year and they won a championship. That's the crazy part. With Milwaukee and Denver, their championship window opened and then they took like 5 years to win one. That's the difference.
Hey, but I got a question though, man. How you like putting Spurs? I was listening to you talk about that shit. How you putting Spurs in a dynasty talk? Them motherfuckers ain't won one championship yet.
It's
Okay,
coming
that's fair
soon.
enough.
Man. Just coming soon.
It's a feeling.
Sure, but I feel like what Ron was saying was 100% right about the NBA. That's
No.
why
I wasn't right. No. It was only one person that was right up here.
But that's
was
why
wrong.
it has been a
I'll admit
back-to-back in a long ass time though, because of what Ron is talking about. Like shit just happened. Motherfuckers get hurt.
Dylan's gonna
Motherfuckers
get
get
a
hurt.
lot better. Steph's gonna get a lot better. Wemby, if he stays healthy, is gonna get a lot better. And again, I mean, like,
Yeah,
I'm
but
basing
the
a lot
if-
based on
if.
intel, right? I'm basing it on how Wemby
Got the
trained.
same thing with Jason Tatum. Got the same thing with Jason Tatum and
Jason Tatum was
Jaylen
never
Brown.
as
Got the
good
same
as
shit.
Wemby. Jason Tatum was never as good as Wemby at 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And I'm a big Jason Tatum supporter. He ain't never been as good as Victor Wembanyama is
Wemby
today.
ain't won no championship yet, so it is what it is. He also ain't never been to the finals yet, so it is what it is.
Cool. And he's on a 60-win team, and they're the youngest team in the playoffs. And they
That's
got
cool.
absolutely
Jason
no
Tatum was in the finals win at what is third year in the NBA, fourth year in the NBA?
In fifth. It's his 5th year in the league in 22.
Oh, okay. How old was he, Chill?
He was 24.
Wemby
Okay.
22.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going
Yeah,
for
he
the
ain't-
West.
He ain't in the finals though.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's right. Not in the finals
He
yet.
might be though.
So,
He
so
might
here,
be.
here's my question.
There's no Mike though. To Drench's point, Jason Tatum.
Yeah, he ain't in there.
Jason Tatum was not.
Did it.
Jason Tatum was
Hold
not
up.
possibly in the finals. He was in the NBA.
Oh
championship.
yeah. I know.
Okay.
I agree with Drench. I'm just saying, like, we don't know yet if Wemby's going to the finals. He could very well end up in the
He
finals.
could, but that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is
Okay.
like
So
to Piers' logic, he was speaking as if these teams had already accomplished what they accomplished.
Well, what does
and
it mean to be in the finals? I'm assuming,
tell the
unless you're
future,
being
though, Rich. So
disingenuous,
how
you're saying that they
dare
were
you
one of the
come back
two
what you
best
said?
teams in the league, right? So right now, I would ask you a question. If right now the San Antonio Spurs met any team in the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals, would you pick the Spurs?
I would pick the Knicks if they met the Knicks in the NBA Finals.
Okay.
I would pick the
Okay,
Knicks.
so you don't think the Spurs are one of the two best teams?
No, it just depends on matchups for me. It's not about them being two best teams. A matchup. You can be better than a team, but if you match up against this team, your style just don't mix. Just like the Knicks, I think the Knicks would beat the Spurs in the final.
So if you did a power ranking right now of all the teams in the that are remaining, right, that are still left fighting, teams that haven't gone home, where are the Spurs in that power ranking of teams right now?
I would have OKC
number 1. Okay.
Yeah, probably the Knicks 2, Spurs or Minnesota 3. So yeah, around the 3-4 area. Around the 3-4 area.
So yeah.
All right, y'all. I gotta get back to these super chats, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We way too deep in the show. DSG Piccolo said, I cried for 2 years to get DeAndre Ayton off my team, and Lakers fans thought they could save him. I tried to tell them. Also, Dylan Brooks, hater of the year.
I tried to tell y'all about DeAndre Ayton too.
What happened to him though? Like that's my question. What happened to him?
Happened to him? He played too much. That's what happened to that nigga. Just play too much, bro. He plays too much. I don't think he realizes the potential of how good he could be. All this stupid ass dominating shit, that fucking dumb ass shit he coming up with like a little ass kid. I'm dominating. You can get your goofy ass out there and act like you just fucking woke up. Like, bro, like somebody need to just like he played too much, bro. Like it just ain't clicked for him. It ain't clicked for him that, bro, you're really playing in the NBA. You're really big as shit. People is really dependent on your big ass and you don't got no fucking bed. Like that shit ain't clicked yet to him. And until it click, like I honestly can see his big ass getting out the NBA.
Ox still can't get past that.
In like 2 years, I can see him out the NBA because he ain't realized like you just a dummy. Like this old childish ass shit. Fuck you need crunk juice for. Like that shit is childish. You a grown ass man. Like a big.
Speaking of which, man, where my crunk juice?
Get crunk.
Man, the fuck is you doing? Like I don't want, bro. If he would have came to practice with some damn crunk juice, I swear to God, if I was LeBron and Luka, I would have went straight in the front office and be like, "Hey, yo, I'm not even bullshitting. We can't have this big dummy around. Like he bullshitting, bro. Like he don't want to play no damn basketball."
I told y'all.
Drench, it ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of crunk juice.
I'm going to practice.
It's a grown ass man talking about crunk juice. Come on, bro.
All right,
imagine going to a professional beat.
You know what's
Hold on, I gotta drink my
absolutely
crunk
insane?
juice.
For all the shit that people talk about DeAndre Ayton, would you believe me if I told you he shoots 5% better from the field in the playoffs than Shaq?
I'm out.
Who gives a shit? See, look, why would we do this?
All right, we about to keep moving on, y'all. Hey, Pin and Ran Chill up out of here. All right, Two Buddy became a maybe Two Buddy ran Chill up out of here, but Two Buddy became a member. Deshaun Thomas became a member. And Muhammad, we're just going to leave it at that. Muhammad became a member. Shout out to Two Buddy. Shout out to Deshaun. Shout out to Muhammad. Average Joe said, Ron said, let me get to these super chats, and read just one super chat. Hey, man, I've been trying, dog. I've been trying. Maybe I should have brought my crunk juice with me.
You're dominating.
Chris Staganas said ESPN's whole show is about Bron. Bron is the most watched by NBA this season.
What's up, Penn? What you got to say about that, Penn?
I got construction going on in the background. Don't worry, I'm not ducking the smoke. I just
it sounds like you're ducking to me. Oh no. LeVar B. Ballin said, "Don't waste your time on Penn."
Construction stopped. ESPN sucks. That's what I got to say about it. ESPN is drunk. They have not promoted the next wave of superstars and stars in the league. People don't know shit about Scotty Barnes. They don't know shit about Cade Cunningham. They don't know shit about all these guys because they've been too busy talking about 41-year-old LeBron and whether he's the GOAT and all this stuff. And I get it. It sells and it's short-sighted because when he retires, you're just going to have a whole bunch of people that never got their shine. And now you're trying to tell the whole world about them. But luckily, most of us have eyes, and we've been watching all the other players.
All right, LeVar B. Ballin, it's almost like this is in direct response, said, don't waste your time on Penn, guys. He's an annoying pencil whose Lord and Savior is Joker. Pencil's just arguing to argue. He don't like Bron.
Oh, man.
My mama taught me not to argue with idiots, so I will not respond.
Drowsy Comet became a YouTube member today. Shout out to Drowsy Comet. Chavo23 said national media.
Pardon?
You still listen to your mom? I don't know.
My mom
Stopped
passed
listening to my
away.
mom when I was 13.
My-
I
my
thought
mom-
you said my mom told me that.
My mom did tell me that.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Chavo23 said national media still talks about LeBron nonstop every day, like they did 15 years ago. It's clear he is still the face of the league.
Also,
I don't know what we're
you're
talking-
never too old to not listen to your moms.
Shit, I don't never listen to mine. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be like, bro, I ain't trying to hear that shit. She be gassing the shit out my ear. I'd be like, man, the fuck out of here. I'm not listening. Only person I listen to for real is my dad. My mama, shit, no. I'd be shit go one ear straight out the other. I'd be like, oh.
2 days after Mother's Day is crazy.
But anyways, fact. I'm on the cruise, but shit. Anyways, going back to the damn Bron shit. Come on, man. We know what's going on with Bron. I'm telling you, like, once Bron is gone, I feel bad for the NBA.
Me too.
Just being honest.
They're trying to hold on to a thread, bro. Once LeBron's gone, the NBA is changing forever, bro.
I promise you, the NBA will be just fine.
Okay.
All right, Average Joe said Reaves was better than LeBron in half the games in this series after missing damn near 4 weeks of basketball, but y'all acting like he was complete dirt.
Oh, you don't know the play-by-play at this point. When he wins, it's always LeBron. When he loses, it's always his team.
Oh, don't do that.
I
That's not
actually
true.
thought Austin
That's
Reeves
not
was
true.
pretty good this series too,
That's
though.
not true.
I
That's not
do
true.
think Reeves is getting shitted on a little bit. Keep in mind he played against OKC's defense, and even last series he played against Houston's defense. Like those are two of the better defenses in the league. I didn't think like in this series. Yeah, he had a bad game, good game, bad game. Last night I didn't think was all that bad either. I would actually classify it as a good game. So like I'm not mad at what I seen from Austin Reeves.
Nah, I'll be real with you. Whenever you think about those situations where LeBron passed up the last shot and gave it to his wide open teammate to shoot the ball, who was the blame always on? It was not on that teammate that missed a shot. It was on LeBron for passing up the last shot. So let's be real. LeBron gets the blame a lot when he loses. Let's be real about it.
All right, Willie Bobcat said the Mavs owners told Mark Cuban he would stay in charge of basketball operations. Look how that ended up.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I like Masai. I like Masai in that position. Like, I think he's gonna do
Masai.
Masai. I always say his name wrong. I think he's gonna do great in that position. I think he's gonna put together an amazing team, and I think Mark Cuban would still be somewhat involved. You know, I don't think Mark Cuban's gonna be pushed out completely, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a really good team in Dallas in the next, I would say, 3 or 4 years. It's gonna be a really good team.
All right, Red Hood sent through a $5 super chat and said, say what you want, but we need personalities like Dylan Brooks. He makes basketball interesting again. We need more haters.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You know, in a league that is starving to convince people that the players actually care, having guys who actually care like Wemby and Dylan Brooks and guys like this is great. It's absolutely
100%.
great.
You need villains.
Brian Cook said, Penn, I don't like LeBron. He still owns the league in raw popularity.
I don't know what raw popularity is.
You don't know the formula behind raw popularity?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't got time to get into it right now, but one of these days I'll break down the whole formula and how you get to, you know, the ultimate raw popularity number. Nick at Night said Dallas is greater than Toronto.
At what?
And I don't know what the FN stands for.
I think the city wise, I think they're saying Toronto is a worse city than Dallas.
It's not.
I don't know. Two great cities. So
I agree.
At least from what I've heard, I haven't been to one, but two great cities.
Mm.
We have two new members. Luis became a member. Shout out to Luis Oliveira. Luis O, I'm gonna call you that. And Keyshawn, shout out to Keyshawn. I already shouted out Keyshawn, gifted some Players Choice membership, sent through a super chat, but shout out to you again, Keyshawn, for joining up. Kevin DeChosen said, also wanted to say I really loved that all-time college draft back in March. Need more college hoop knowledge from Penn, Chill, and especially from Big Ox.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna take it personally. I won that draft by like 800 miles. We can do another one anytime you want.
Two Unstoppable Inches said basketball is when people are frustrated with overuse of numbers. My girl says she wants more than 2 inches. I tell her that's enough basketball.
Oh my goodness.
What? Super duper DB Goat said when Penn realizes that Scotty is the ultimate number 2, maybe he will influence the Raptors to go get a real number 1 so they can compete for a championship. Hashtag Great Robin.
Interesting.
My Great Robin has outperformed Cade Cunningham against the exact same team in the same playoff run. But okay. Literally every single statistic you can think about. More points, more rebounds, more assists, more stocks, higher effective field goal percentage, better boxes minus, better defense, literally across the board, lower turnovers. There's not one thing you can say Cade has done better than Scotty Barnes did against the Cavaliers. And oh, by the way, Donovan Mitchell did not cook us for one game.
Is Scotty Barnes the best player on the Raptors, you think? Or would you take Brandon Ingram over him?
Oh my God. There's no fucking way we're having this conversation. I can't.
I would take BI.
I can't. You would. For real? Look me in the face and say that.
I got one more super chat.
Really
Pin. Just like I can't break down raw popularity for you right now, I can't break down why Brandon Ingram is just so much more better than Scotty Barnes because we just don't have the time.
I can break it down for you. Brain damage. That's how.
Oh my God.
I don't understand what that means. So you actually didn't break it down for me. But MTHJ301, the last super chat of the day, said, have y'all seen the draft measurements? Darius Acuff is not as small as Mars thought. And I don't know, Pin. Wagler is giving me bust vibes.
Hell no. I don't think he's gonna be a bust. I mean, I can't say, but like Darius Acuff measured at what, 6'2.5" barefoot? That's not bad. That's really not that bad. 6'2",
not bad at all.
6'2.5". I thought he was going to measure 6'1.5" barefoot. So
me too.
I mean, it's better than I thought. In terms of guys who came out better than I thought, honestly, the one that sticks out like crazy is the Houston big, Chris Senac Jr. 6'10" with a 7'5" wingspan, barefoot, bro. Yeah. I did not think he was like that big. So I mean, it might be the rounded shoulders or whatever. I don't know. I think standing reach matters more, but still, it's like 7'4", 7'5" wingspan is crazy. I actually think Bennett Sturts is going to be sneaky amazing in the NBA. I got a feeling about that dude, man.
I think Axel's going to be great in the NBA too.
I like Axel.
No, nobody's talking about him.
No, I love Axel.
Would you take him top 10 knowing that he's going to be 24 years old on opening night?
I would still take him top 10. The history
of this archetype has not worked out so well. But that being said, he is a bit of a late bloomer. So, I mean, shit, I'm talking about Bennett Sturts, and he's going to be 23 on opening night. So we'll see.
The history of the archetype has not worked, but some ways it has worked. You know what I'm saying? It worked obviously like
another 23 to 24-year-old lottery pick that's actually worked out.
David Robinson?
That's not the same thing because he wasn't 22, he wasn't 24 when he was drafted. He had to go to the Army.
But he was still 24, 23 when he came in the league. That's what I'm saying. You said when they came in the NBA. Like when he joined the Spurs.
When he was drafted. But okay. Okay.
But the Spurs knew he was going to be gone for multiple years before he could play. You see what I'm saying?
Sure. I mean, the old one, I think Bryant 8660 said Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson was like 23. He is one that does kind of work. And
Derek White? Am I tripping?
Derek White was undrafted.
But didn't Derek White do 4 years in college? Am I tripping?
I'm not saying you can't do 4 years in college and be great. There's a lot of players who did 4 years in college and they were great. Tim Duncan did 4 years in college. I'm saying 23 to 24-year-old lottery picks. There aren't a lot in NBA history, and most of them are really bad.
Yeah, Derek White was 22, and when the season started, he was 23.
Was he not undrafted? Am I
No. So you're saying players that were drafted? I got you.
In the lottery.
Got you. Oh, in the lottery. Okay.
Picks. So I'm mainly like, even in top 20, I'm talking like Rafael Araujo out of BYU. He was 24 years old. Chris Duarte was really old. I mean, Davion Mitchell was really old, 23 years old. Like, these guys typically haven't worked out. It's very difficult. Buddy Hield was pretty old too. He didn't exactly work out for them either. So I don't know.
All right, fellas. Well, once again, RIP to Brandon Clark. This is in fact crazy. Man,
Vancouver legend, man.
It's crazy.
Rest in peace. Deeper than basketball. All right, y'all. I want to shout out one more member too. Aki Trey or Acri T. Acri T became a YouTube member just a second ago. Salute to you. If you're not a YouTube member, join up because our members only streams are soon. We would love to see you there. Hey, Miles, tell the people one more time where they can follow you at.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all check me out on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and also Snapchat at Water, WA.DURR. Please check me out. And if you like the content, please follow and share with somebody. I appreciate that. And one more thing, Penn, Buddy Hield. That's the only one I could think of. Buddy Hield.
He don't really work out.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, y'all. It has been fun. It has been real. We will be back same time, same place tomorrow. Tap into the game tonight because we are going to be talking about it all day tomorrow. We out.